Everybody back out the lobby. Back out the lobby if you can hear me, back out the lobby. I need someone to do cameras for me because Andy's not there. Are you doing cameras, Keeks, yeah? Right, okay. I'll send you an invite, hopefully.
Yeah, it's good to have a teammate back.
Well, yeah, I messaged Matt before. I was just going to see if we can do like a practice run, but he said I can jump in with you, so score some points.
Yeah, I'm still second, believe it or not.
Oh, you're doing well, mate.
Quite a few points behind team-wise, but we're still second, which is pretty good. I've only had one race with 2 people.
Yeah, I was going to.
Andy's not been able to make it, so I've had to invite Keegs in. It just sends everybody an invite. I'm hoping Keegs has got one. I didn't actually mean to jump in this party. Right, I'm going to jump in with Keegs. I'll catch you guys later. Best luck. Did you get an invite?
Yeah.
Just waiting for you then, mate.
I don't know if you want me to speak or not.
Your choice, but I'll probably talk to you a bit more. Can't believe he's fucking texted me like 2 minutes to saying he can't make it. Fuck's sake. Oh, you was kicked from the session. Why?
What the fuck? You were denied access because you're not a member. Oh,
yeah.
Shit, I'm not a member.
Can everyone back out 2 seconds, please?
What are you doing this on the YouTube channel?
Yeah. Otherwise, I've got to leave the fucking. Otherwise, I've got to redo it for a 3rd time. I can't edit it. I can't edit it, and it won't accept it in the thingy. Do you know what I mean? I've got to be able to edit it, but everybody's in lobby. Fuck! Sorry.
Have you just put the thing back on? Yeah.
This thing's been, but yeah, it's just on a loop at the minute. When's it starting? Fucking, I can get it sorted, Gary. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to redo it all again. 1 second. Anyone in party chat who's there? Can you guys just leave the session a second, and you'll get an invite back in a moment. I've got to be able to redo it to let Keegs in. It's not letting us get Keegs in. So if you could just leave the session a second, I'd be much appreciated. Keegs, run down and tell your dad to just leave session, and tell Michael to leave session as well.
Yep. Go and leave.
Hey, what?
Leave.
Leave do what?
Just tell him to back out the session a second.
I'm trying to edit things.
Alright, just leave the chat, just leave that.
I'm not playing. I mean, I was on the wheel, but I was only doing one hand. Yeah, no. I've got more feeling in my fingers now.
Right, just 1 second, I'm just going to join Deeks a second. Two seconds. Just do me a favour, lads, and just back out a second, because I've got to get Keegs in.
Alright, so.
Cheers, buddy. Oh, what a fuck up tonight. Couldn't have texted me earlier. Right, good best luck, lads. Just waiting on Phil. Just literally waiting on DJ Phil now. Phil, mate, if you can hear me, I need you to leave out the session a second so that we can get Keegs in, because Andy's not able to make it tonight. So if you just leave the lobby a second, Phil. In fact, fuck it, I'll kick him. Why is it not? Phil. 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 I don't know what the fuck's up with that boy, but he's not fucking listening. Not let me fucking kick him neither.
Is he not on the stream?
No, I've Facebooked him. Facebooked him, yeah, I've done it. This is taking the fucking piss. This is what I did not want to happen tonight.
Is that where the songs from Rocket League?
That's what I thought.
It sounds like a Rocket League kind of song.
I've just heard his speakers then. Phil! Just back out of the session a second. I need to edit it because Andy's not able to make commentary, so I've got to change commentator. So just back out and then wait for a new invite. Cheers.
Oh, fuck's sake. Is he left now?
Yeah, he's left. Right, Keegs, save. That, join, right. Are you in? Keegs joined. Yeah, no, you've joined. Sweet. Right, might be able to get going now.
Right, I'm out of toilet and that's what I'm at.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 was swim fins, right, so let's start. I've just said all that. I've just done all that and my microphone's been muted. That's been absolutely fantastic. My mic has just been on mute and I've literally just read the whole championship standings. Hello, welcome to tonight. Apologies for the technical difficulties. Welsh leads the championship tied with Big Boy Brazier. Obviously, Big Boy Brazier will take it on race wins. Deeks third, Stealthsloth fourth, DJ Phil, Liam Gamer, Cam, Alfie, Swimfins, Aiden. Ben dropped out, so Rabbit Joe should go above him. Big Chungus suspended indefinitely. McCurtis, Daniel Francis, Lewis. And I think Keegan is back now as well. Keegan, very good evening to you, special commentator, mate. So thank you for being here tonight. Thanks for helping out. Are you well?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good. We have got a new driver. He's new to the series. He's new to Sim Play, but he's a regular to those who have been, a regular to these guys on grid. We have got Holty on the track tonight, and it's a very quick driver. Keegs, looking forward to seeing him in the action in the Lamborghini, teaming up with Deeks tonight.
Yeah, I've not raced with Holty in a while, to be honest.
No.
So it's good to see him back.
Indeed it is. Just load the track map for me, buddy. We lost somebody from the session. I think we've lost. I don't actually know, actually. We lost Stealthsloth, so hopefully the Stealthsloth can get back in. Keegs, your uncle, not in the... Oh, he's just joined. He's just joined.
He's back.
Yeah, he's back. So then, we're currently qualifying here at the Monza GP circuit, and what a track we have in store for you tonight. We saw, if you watched the hot lap video last night, Stealthy Apex in the Ferrari, in the 146ers, who can take glory tonight? Who's your money on for pole position here, Keegs, in this one?
If I'm being honest, I'm not sure. I've not seen much of the drivers in practice. I've only seen really Liam do a few laps, so...
Interesting. Big Boy Brazier, I think, is one you've got to fancy tonight. So, evening to Ricky Holt, aka Holty, he's in Motive Racing. Good evening to you. Nice to hear you, Gary. 131's in the chat. Keeks, yourself, you're in the chat. Alfie, Josh, Aidan Bennett's also here, as is Kieran Argent and Bethany Anduffin. So, good evening to everybody, guys. If you are watching the stream, please give a big thumbs up to the stream. It really helps the channel, as we see Big Boy Brazier in the 149s are currently 2.9 quicker than any other man on track. Holty, this man on screen so far, is currently in P2. Can he improve? His teammate Deke sits in third place at the moment with Cam in P4, so it's a Lamborghini 1 to 5, sorry, as DJ Phil sits in P5. Then Liam Gamer currently 6th with Rabbit Joe 7th. Stealthsloth back in the session. Aidan Bennett's now just gone 8th and hasn't set the bestest lap times there. Big Boy Brazier here then so far. Looks a man who's going to probably win the title. His internet connections have been by far a lot better, and this has really helped him this season get to where he needs to be. Disconnections meant that Welshie was looking like he was going to win the title, but at the minute, could we say that the drop pad incident was one that's going to cost Welshie this one? I don't think it will. I think Jamie Brazier's been too good and has been on such good form. Every race he's finished, he's won, so that's how good a form he's been on. Keegs, how good is this man?
He's quick, like, in the Pro-Am category. He's won pretty much every race except from disconnected from a few, so yeah, he's quick.
And he's gone 3/10 quicker that lap, so a 149.1 for Jamie Brazier. Hell of a lap so far. Can Holty or Deeks get anywhere near him? Here's Welshie, sat downstairs in your house currently, Keegs, and I'm sure that he'll be gripping his pad very tightly. Let's make sure that he doesn't drop the pad this time. Comes through the second chicane. He's currently a 10th down. Sorry, Keeks.
Last time I checked, he did have that pad very secured in his hand.
He'll drop kick it out the window if he drops that one, that's for sure, no doubt. But Welshie comes through Lesmo 1 and 2, and he was a 10th down in the first sector. What's he going to be when he comes to the middle sector? That's just after the Ascari chicane. So what can he do when he gets to Ascari? So at the moment then, we see Chris currently now goes to 6/10 up as he masters the Ascari chicane, and the two Lesmos then gone from a 10th down to 6/10 up. This will put him currently P2 at the moment, and that'll be a heck of a lap time if he can get that. 6/10 would be absolutely fantastic for him. And I think at the moment, Welshie is He's going to want to get gain on Big Boy Brazier. He's not going to want Jamie Brazier to lose it, but we've got some interesting weather in this race, Keegs, or in these two races, that could really throw up some incidents in this one.
Yeah, the weather I struggled with myself. It was hard to get used to, quite a bit of rain. And yeah, the puddles really threw you off coming through some of the corners, especially the Scary chicane. Yeah, I've seen a few people spin about there.
Chris only gained 0.3 of a second, so actually lost time. Jamie Brazier's gone a whole second quicker, a 48.1. That is a heck of a time from him. Oh, we see Alfie off, just coming through. Is that Lesmo number 1? It is, and gets back on track just ahead of that's either DJ Phil or Aidan Bennett. That's Aidan Bennett, and Aidan Bennett down in P9 at the moment, just ahead of Rabbit Joe. Oh, and Alfie's off again, just that curb. Some of these curbs can just pull you onto the grass a bit, and I think that's what's happened there to Alfie. But Aidan Bennett will be looking to improve on his time. What's he up through Sector 2? He's got to get through the Ascaris chicane before we find out what he's up. Alfie's doing a good job in P5 at the moment. Deeks has gone quicker than Welshie again. And Holt has improved his time as well to be only 2.5 off of Big Boy Brazier. So with Hulty new to the championship and hopefully there for season 2 as well, this is not what Chris needs for Hulty to be scoring points and taking points off the championship leader. Although no, sorry, I don't think Holt is scoring. Oh, we have lost Jamie Brazier. Oh, that's an interesting one. Is he having internet troubles today? Oh, with 11 minutes left to qualify, and that's not looking good. I don't think Holt is scoring points. I think he's scoring team points for Team DPR, but I don't think he's scoring solo points, if I'm right. I think I remember saying that G wasn't scoring points in the pro category, so I don't think Holty is scoring independent points. He's scoring team points for Team DPR, but at the minute, so that won't interfere with Welsh's championship as much. Camno pulls it into the pits. Holty's on pole at the moment. We have lost Jamie Brazier. Has he had an internet disconnection there? I'm not quite sure, but so far Jamie Brazier is not having the night he'd want. Motive Racing says that was funny. I'm not sure what they was relating to there, but either way, guys, 15 people watching, 4 likes on the channel. Get them likes up, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Jamie Brazier, I do believe, has just rejoined to the session.
Yep, he did. And
look at the DPR lads, really slipstreaming each other, and DJ Phil Green just getting in the way of one of them, and he has to go wide at the Parabolica. So Tex are wide line, and around he comes here so far then. DJ Phil Green backing out this lap. You really want to make sure you're on it coming through the Parabolica. That's not going to set him up good for the next lap, and he's going to come into the pit lane anyway. Liam Gamer currently down in P8. He is Rabbit Joe though, his teammate currently sat 7th.
Liam
yeah, I was about to say, Liam's just shot up to P4. Rabbit Joe down to P8 now, and Liam Gamer cannot improve. Jamie Brazier's back in. Can his internet hold? Tell you one man who'll be loving this. Welsh will be absolutely loving the fact that Big Boy Brazier's disconnected early on already. Jamie Brazier will not find that funny at all. So what can Jamie Brazier do from here? That is going to be the interesting thing to find out. Stove Sloth across the line and no improvement. He's gone to the wheel as Stove Sloth, and we've not seen the same from him since he's gone to the wheel. 4.5 off the back of the pace and a 10th down on Rabbit Joe. So Stove Sloth really not showing what he's capable of in this one so far. Brilliant qualifying session at the minute. We have just under 9 minutes remaining. Here's Lewis. Didn't manage to finish the race due to internet problems and loses it coming out the first part of the chicane. Gary's one of Gary's friends, I do believe. Gary managed to get him in as a ringer. Lewis is going to take that one back to the pit lane. Then Big Boy Brazier has got to be on it on these laps. Here's Liam Gamer. You've got the 2 DPR Lamborghinis just in front. Liam Gamer coming up to the Ascari chicane. Left, right, left is going to be. Doesn't seem to attack that first part as quick as he might have liked, and he comes through the second bit. He's up slightly by 0.07 of a second on his Delta. Now if he's in that slipstream of the car, the Lamborghini in front, that'll help him down this back straight. But we'll have to see if Liam is going to gain any time. He needs a good chunk of time, a good half a second to get near Deeks, which is one of the 2 cars in front of him. And we've lost Jamie Brazier again. So is it disconnection problems for Jamie Brazier tonight? Internet connection not holding out. He'll be able to get in the race. I don't believe there's a 2-minute cut-off period here like normal. So he will be able to get in the race, but may have to qualify last. But that's not good luck for tonight so far, Keegs.
Yeah, disconnected twice, I think. 3 times.
Yeah, twice now.
Already in qualifying, so He's going to be lucky to get through the race.
Holty on provisional pole on his Simplayer Motorsport debut. Holty is the man on pole position so far. Deeks only 8 tenths off him, with Welshie in third, a further second and a half behind. So it'll be interesting to see what the team tactics will be. Holty, who's that? Oh, that's Holty just cutting the chicane a little bit there. Nothing more in that, I don't think. So we lost Ben early in the season, and Holty has now filled in the seat. So hopefully Holty will be able to get some good results and get some good points for the team here. I'm sure that's one thing he will be wanting indeed. But at the moment, it's Deeks who's giving Liam a slipstream here, and Liam will really be thanking him for the slipstream. Aidan's put himself up into P4, so a good lap time from Aidan Bennett, and as Deeks just takes to the grass, Liam has to back out on at the Ascari chicane then, and Liam will probably have lost more time there than what would have helped him. Deeks 7 seconds down on his lap, so he's had a bit of a bad lap this time round as well. There is Aidan Bennett, 2.1 off the pole. Only a couple of attempts behind Welshie, and could that ruin Welshie's day? We've seen in the last round at Fuji, Keegs, that Aidan Bennett really had the better of DJ Phil. Obviously track penalties on here, and that's Aidan's who's just got a track penalty, I reckon. There kind of cut the chicane a bit, and there's the slowdown. So yeah, Aidan really starting to pick up pace and get to grips with the Lamborghini for DJ Motorsport.
He was 8 tenths up there before he got that penalty, so he can get the speed.
You've been a big DJ Phil fan all season. What is it about DJ Phil that makes you a big fan of him?
Oh mate, the way he drives, I just like his style.
DJ Phil, a local DJ presenter as well. I'll have to find out the radio station channel for you guys so that we can get it announced on the stream. Here he is coming down the back straight out of Ascari, down towards the Parabolica then. Lewis still in the pit lane at the minute. Jamie Brazier out on track again. He's got 5.5 minutes to get a lap in so far. And what's he going to do when he crosses the line here? Good run through the Parabolic, and he comes across the line now. And he's actually 1.5 up on his time. He goes into P5, just behind his teammate by 2 tenths of a second. His teammate's about to cross the line in a minute. Oh, what was his time? We saw he was 8 tenths up before he slowed down, but I think he may have lost more than he's gained. Yeah, ends up 5.4 down on his lap time there then. So Liam needs a couple of attempts. Welshie's crossed the line and gone into P2 then. He's improved, and he's only 3 tenths ahead of Deeks, but he's only half a second behind your provisional pole man, Holty. Where's Big Boy Brazier on track? That's one to watch at the moment, I think, to see where he can get. He's just crossed the line to start his fast lap. No, he's just crossed the line to start. Oh no, he's lagging all over the place, is Jamie Brazier. And the internet connection, when we're getting down to the crunch time, he seems to have had a bad mid-season race. And now we're getting down to the crunch stage of the season. The connection's getting bad again for him here. So this is not what we want to see. Stealth Sloth still not having the best of races at the moment. Down in, or best of qualifying should I say. Down in P10. And it's not looking absolutely great for him. That's not the stream lagging, don't worry about that. That is just Big Boy Brazier. At the stage he won't want lag, he's lagging all over the place. And he's disconnected for a third time tonight. Needs to get his mum back in the cupboard, I reckon, because the disconnections keep happening.
I don't think he's been to church this week.
No, he's riding his luck, isn't he? He's not been to the church of Jamie Brazier, and we've lost Aidan Bennett as well. We know Aidan's had connection problems through the year, but Aidan Bennett as well is now gone. We've got Big Boy Brazier, but that's a shame because Aidan was currently sat P4 and was looking impressive here, but we'll have to do it all again with 3 minutes 21 remaining. That is a massive shame for Aidan Bennett. Well, when you say a massive shame, Big Boy Brazier was pole, let's not forget. His teammate Cam, though, currently down in P8. He started to get some podiums recently. Currently has, I'm just going to look at the statistics now. Cam's got himself 2 podiums in recent weeks as well. So Cam's drove really well. Evening to Adam Kaup in the chat. Obviously your teammate Keegs on a Thursday night in the Pro Series. Rabbit Joe, P6 at the minute. Good qualification for these Porsches. They are the 2 quickest Porsches out the 4 that is out there. Alfie and Lewis being the other two. Lewis has stayed in the pit, so it looks like he's going to start from the back of the grid, depending on if Big Boy Brazy can get back in. He's in. He's got 2 minutes 33 to get a lap. We've not seen Aidan Bennett back yet, so let's see if we can get Aidan Bennett back in. I hope we can. I really hope we can, because I think it'd be a shame to lose Aidan Bennett in this first race tonight. He's been absolute stellar so far at Fuji, and he's been good here, shown some real good pace. Master saying come on Welshie and come on Liam, so clearly a fan of both of their work. Jamie Brazy's on track and needs to give his outlap pretty much a timed lap. What's Rabbit Joe going to do across the line? He's not going to improve. Lewis and Cam in the pits will not get another lap in then. They have done for qualifying tonight, so that is their qualifications done so far. We're on board with Alfie, currently the third quickest Porsche. The Porsche all kind of in the midfield at the minute, 5th, 6th, 7th, bar Lewis. Stealth Sloth has just gone up to P7, and Alfie loses the rear end there. Hopefully he can get it back round for one more lap. He should be able to, I reckon. Deeks, though, the current pole, Holty, though, the current pole hit, sorry, by 0.6 of a second, so he's found a bit more time. The only man who was in the 1 minute, under the 1 minute 50 mark was Big Boy Brazier, so it goes to show how fast he is around this track. But if his connection's playing up tonight, that's not what he wants. Alfie again off at the Lesmos. Yeah, off at the Lesmos again. Alfie's had some pace recently, and there is Big Boy Brazier, but look at him lagging around everywhere. He needs that connection to work, and he's disconnected. That's a 4th. So even if Jamie Brazier gets back in for the race, he will be starting from the back row of the grid. And this is not what Jamie Brazier needs at this stage of the season when it's getting to crunch time. Jamie Brazier's connection is playing him up, and this really opened the door for Welshie Deeks, DJ Phil and Stealth Sloth. Although Stealth Sloth needs to improve in qualifying. He's coming up to the Ascari chicane. We've got Aidan Bennett back in. He will not get another qualifying session in, and Big Boy Brazier is back. Oh, we've lost Aidan again. So is Aidan having connection? Every time Big Boy Brazier seems to have connection problems, Aidan has had connection problems. So I'm wondering there if they're on a similar internet provider and their internet's just not holding.
I think Aidan left there. I don't think he disconnected. I think he just left the session.
All right, fair enough then. Stealth Sloth then coming up to the back of one of the Porsches of Liam Gamer or Rabbit Joe, but he can have that slipstream of the Porsche as they come round the Parabolica. Qualifying is complete. That to me is Rabbit Joe. The yellow isn't light enough, so Rabbit Joe then, the car in front, it doesn't look like he's going to prove. And Stealth Sloth, I'm surprised, isn't using the slipstream of Rabbit Joe here. Aidan Bennett is back in, so should get in for the race, I do believe. And Stealth Sloth crosses the line and goes P6 ahead of Rabbit Joe, but that is all it will be. Holty currently on provisional pole. Big Boy Brazier is back in the session as he can get in, but will not get a lap time, so him and Aidan Bennett will start at the back of the grid. Holty, though, this man here 0.6 quicker than anybody else, and is doing a cracking job so far.
Is there no 2 minute marker on this track?
No, I think because of the online championships, I think you can just get straight back in straight away. Because obviously it's not just your normal typical lobby, do you know what I mean? So I think you can get in for the race. So Aidan and Big Boy Brazier should be able to get in here.
Yeah, Brazier's in, but I don't think Aidan is.
Aidan's joined the lobby again, but I've not seen him connect up. He's in now, he's in now. So them two start at back. Welshie couldn't improve on his final time. Deeks, though, is up. So can Deeks find enough time up here? Holty will be the first man to get to the line between these three. So here he comes. I think there's only these three on a lap. Holty then, can he improve his pole time? At the moment, it's a 150.2. Can he break the 150 mark as he comes down the start line now? No, he's slowing down. So what's Liam Gamer going to do? He was the car behind. Is he up on his time? 4/10 will put him above DJ Phil. 2 seconds will put him in the top 3. And he doesn't improve. What about Deeks? We saw Deeks up on his Delta. When he crosses the line, we'll find out if he starts P2 or P3. And he'll start third, so it's not a DPR front row lockout, but it is Holty's first pole position of the season. Keegs with Big Boy Brazier disconnecting there. That could be absolute disaster for him, starting in 12th place. So it's Holty on pole with Welshie second, Deeks third, all within a second of each other then. So absolute scenes at the moment. And as you can see, it is a wet start to this race. Monkey Boy says, Monkey Boy in the chat says he's been to get a cob. Yep, Aidan went to get a quick cob, quick refreshment. He's back now. He's had his sausage cob and we're away here. As we just wait for the drivers to ready up, maybe sort their pit strategies out. And ready up here. Keegs, is it a cob or a roll for you, mate?
It's a roll, mate. It's not a cob.
It's a cob, I reckon. I reckon we ought to get... Who's Sooty Apex will have a good argument about that if he was online, wouldn't he?
Yes, he'd call it a bap or a butty.
A bap or a butty. Is it a scone or a scone as well? Are you a scone man or a scone man?
It's a scone.
It's a scone. It's a scone and a cob. So we're just waiting for the drivers to ready up. Keeks, am I alright to announce something to do with your team next year? Is that alright for me to announce it on stream, or...?
There's a lot of things that we could announce, but so I'm not sure what you're talking about. Or which one.
Just for your team.
Or the team?
Maybe a change of name and policy.
Right, the name. Yeah, you can announce that. I'm pretty sure Master will be happy with that.
So the Iron Brew Racing lads next season will not be called Iron Brew Racing. They are going back to a name we've seen before, if you used to watch THR in their touring car league. Me and Ben, and then effectively me and Mazda for the majority of the season ran Launch Racing, which is myself, Mazda, my brother and my father's sim racing team on LFS. Mazda and Keegs will be running that name with a junior team in the Pro-Am category, and have already signed Liam Gamer. So let's see how your junior lad gets on, but we've got 3 red lights here. And for the first time tonight, it's green and we're underway. Can Big Boy Brazier hold his internet connection? Hey, we're going to make it down to turn 1 cleanly. Look at the start the front 3 have got. They're all away here. And Welsh is already getting alongside Holty down into turn 1. Let's hope it's clean behind in the wet. Everybody braking early and early and early. And there's a bit of a bump between teammates. And Liam touches the side of DJ Phil. Oh, and Welsh is in the gravel. He's lost it and cannot pull onto the circuit. He's going to lose so many places there. In fact, he's down in P9 at the moment. Rabbit Joe, Stealth Sloth, and Lewis, the only cars behind him. In fact, Rabbit Joe is just a Big Boy Brazier. Has gone. He's disconnected in this first race. The Big Boy Brazier will score no points in round 1, and that will do Welshie the world of good here. Apart from the fact...
That's going to be a lot of slowdowns. Oh, and there's 2 cars off in the background.
Who's that off? Yeah, that's Cam. And DJ Phil looked like he was involved in that one as well. But for Big Boy Brazier here, he will score no points round 1 at Monza. Absolute disaster for him.
That was Holty involved in that.
Oh, Holty on debut involved. So Deeks leads the race from DJ Phil from Alfie. So good start for Alfie then. Up into P3.
Aidan Bennett from the back of the grid up into P4 as well.
Yeah, cracking start from Aidan Bennett. Started at the back row of the grid, don't forget. And he has done bits to get where he is. Welshie, though, with Jamie Brazier disconnecting, will need a good race. Will need to get up this grid. He's 7th place at the moment. He needs to get more up the order because he knows he's got points to gain over Jamie Brazier. And he knows he's got to defend from Deeks as well, because Deeks at the minute is pulling away with it. And Jamie, what was with the updates on Wednesday, I presume that's the PSN updates, Jamie, because at the minute that is not what you'd have wanted. Alfie is coming under attack from Aidan, Aidan Bennett up the inside of Parabolica, and on the exit of the corner, oh, excuse me, apologies, gets that job done. So DJ Motorsport running 2 and 3 at the minute. Alfie on his own swim fins, not able to be back to the end of the season, I don't think. Solo runner in the Porsche. Look at Liam Gamer, P5. He's tested a lot in these conditions, so should know what to do. Cam's down to 6th. And I tell you what, for Jamie Brazier, that is heartbreak. Alfie, though, top job, P4 from the... Aidan, sorry, top job, P3 from the back of the grid. Liam Gamer has pretty much held station so far. There's Cam just behind. How far is the gap, Welshie to Cam? It's 2 seconds. Yeah, you just saw Welshie come into screen then. But at the moment, it's not going the way he'd have wanted it to go. Welshie at the moment... Oh, that's Rabbit Joe off in the background. That's a big off coming through the second corner. Just before the chicane. And that's Aidan Bennett. He stopped in the middle of the chicane. And they've all managed to avoid him. Welshie had to take to the AstroTurf, so he may have picked up a slowdown, but Liam Gamer here, who's that off? Alfie's made a mistake, he's wide. The rain catching people out and Alfie off. Aiden's off as well, and Chris has had a spin in the background. Championship leader is spinning around in the background there, and this is really bringing Deeks into play for this championship. But look at Cam, been on form this season, like I said, he's on the back of Liam Gamer. Liam, new launch racing member with Keegs and Mazda for next season, on the podium, which will be his third podium of the season. Jamie, I presume you mean PSN updates?
I think he's talking about game updates, because they sometimes affect
possibly
your connection.
Yeah, possibly, because the PSN update you'd have had to do before you could come on.
Yeah.
But yeah, now Liam Gamer then up into P3. There you go, Maz. Look, getting technical advice from Bethany and Duffin. 720p, Maz. Come on. Surprised Gary's not in the chat. Yeah, it's PSN updates that's causing Jamie the problem, so not what Jamie Brazier wants. Surely, though, next season, mate, you'll be in the pro category, so that won't matter to you. Welshie still in 6th, and on the back of this battle, Holty's not recovered, he's still 8th. DJ Philo, Alfie having a look up the inside of Cam, and he's done well to get that stopped, and Liam has struggled mid chicane, couldn't get my words out there. Rabbit Joe is in the pits, so that's a shame. That must be for damage, that's all I can think of, because there's no way he's pitting for the dry tyre. It does dry up at the end of this race, so there's no way he's up for that. Alfie's lost a car as well, and Alfie's round in the background here. Yeah, that's where Rabbit Joe went off. That's turn 3, sorry. Welshie then up to 5th now. Now the points different from 1st to 5th is, bear with me, 14 points plus fastest lap. So at the moment, Welshie's losing a lot of points, and that will surely put Deeks in the driving seat in the championship. Not what Welshie wanted at all here, but he's got work to do. Rabbit Joe currently P11. I do believe Rabbit Joe will be out of the he's already out of the drivers' standings already. Cannot win the title, and for Team D, for TBT Racing, they will be out of the Constructors' title tonight. Cam, though, great move, well said there, Keegs, on the inside at the beginning of Ascari, and on the podium now. So Cam heads down towards Parabolica, and he currently leads Liam Gamer by just under 1 second. Deeks has done a good job out front, the only one lapping in the 1-minute 50s. And is 6.9 ahead of DJ Phil. This really does do stuff for DJ Phil. Brings him back into play here. He's only 43 off the title. You take Deeks' 7 points off of that, it's 36. Took me a while to figure that one out. It's 36, and with a 2nd place, he's really going to gain on Big Boy Brazier, Stealth Sloth, and Welshie. I end up eventually losing points over Deeks in the end, though. Liam Gamer as well will catch up to a few guys in front. Stealth Sloth down in P10, really struggling on the wheel. I'm surprised he's not stuck with the pad for the rest of the season, but he's struggling on that wheel, just cannot get the pace. But the gap's come out. In fact, DJ Phil, Keegs, DJ Phil leads the race. So what has happened to Deeks? DJ Phil leads the race by 5 seconds and could be in for his first win of the season. Deeks is now in front of this battle between Cam and Liam Gamer, and he's caught the chicane massively there. That'll be a definite slowdown. Cam's lost the rear. He's lost the rear bad there, and Liam Gamer will now go up into P3. Deeks struggling here at Keegs.
Yeah, she had a 6-second gap, I think, to the lead, or in the lead even, so I'm not sure what happened there, but it seemed to be lost it coming around the 3rd corner.
Indeed he did, and he looks like he's struggling. I think he's hit something and got damage here, because he is struggling. DJ Phil leads this one by 7.5 seconds. The fog yet to fall, as we know, fog coming in this race. The fog yet to fall, and Liam Gamer really trying to now put the pressure on Deeks. Liam was actually quicker than DJ Phil last time around, so caught Phil a slight amount. Could Liam possibly be on for a first race win? I'm sure he's going to need to get his head down, get past Deeks and get it done. I'm sure there'll be a few screams if Liam can get that one done. But at the moment, DJ Phil leads this race. There might be an even bigger scream if DJ Phil wins the race. That might be from a co-commentator tonight, Keegs. Keegs, the calendar got announced the other day. What do we think to it?
Oh, mate, I think it's going to be a good bit of fun with the tight tracks like the street circuits, Monaco, Bathurst, Long Beach.
If I remember rightly, the word you said to me was, because obviously it was my two sons that did the draw, for those who missed it, check the video out on the page. I think you said that James was a legend for drawing Monaco.
Yes, mate. He's a legend. He drew Monaco.
Here comes Liam Gamer then. He's got the slipstream of Deeks and he's going to go up the inside into the first chicane. Has Liam got it stopped in time to get it done? No, Deeks has covered him off and done a good job there. Deeks is struggling here. I think he's got slight damage because these guys are losing out to DJ Phil quite rapidly. I think Deeks has got damage here and it's really affecting him. Liam Gamer is doing a top job. Welsh is struggling down his sixth, and Deeks has touched the curb and he's round at turn 3 again and heavily into the wall backwards. Liam Gamer goes into P2. Where is Cam going to go? He's into 3rd. Deeks is now 4th and may have big damage on the back of that car, but Liam Gamer has now been released from Deeks and needs to get good lap times in if he's going to pull 8 seconds back at the moment, but could be on for a could be on for his best finish of the season. Mazda in the chat says he's on the race director with Liam and Joe, so he's obviously telling them what to do and to keep their heads down. Joe obviously P11, poor start to his race, but Liam Gamer, it's going right for him so far. Can he gain on DJ Phil? That gap 9 seconds now, and I tell you what, DJ Phil, how's your nerve with 11 laps to go in this one? Oh, excuse me, I've got really bad wind tonight. I just keep burping all the time. Apologies. Liam comes for a Ascari very cautiously. We see now the fog falls here. Welshie's got past Alfie into P5. I hope the pro lads are watching for tomorrow night, because obviously the conditions aren't as easy as they seem at the moment. But Welshie up into P5 at the moment, and his championship contender has dropped to 4th after leading the race. Alfie right behind Welshie there. Welshie currently sat. Lewis, I want to give a shout out to Lewis. Qualified 6 seconds off the pace in qualifying in his Porsche. It's his 3rd race, and he's running P7 at the moment, having a good little start he is. On his own, but he's not doing too bad here, is Lewis.
Matt, Jamie has asked if he can join us if his internet holds up.
Yeah, Keegs, if you want to grab him in the party a second, he's more than welcome to join, sure. Liam Gamer on his 11th start could get his best finish of the season. Deeks is coming to the pits and Welshie dives into the pits as well. In fact, Welshie's been disqualified! I think he was speeding in the pits. He's been disqualified from this race, and that is a catastrophe for him, because that means then that he's not going to score any points. Neither is Big Boy Brazier. And oh dear, this championship is getting worse and worse. Welshie will score 0 points. Oh dear. Well, Keegs, he's sped in the pit lane and has been disqualified. What is going on? Your dad has disqualified himself speeding in the pits.
That's I'm not surprised, to be honest.
He did come steaming in the pit lane quite a lot, but I tell you what, Keegs, he's throwing this championship away. He's not going to gain any points. Big Boy Brazier, he's not gaining any points. I don't know if Jamie Brazier has joined us yet.
I think he has. I've added him to the group.
Yeah, I've not seen anything come up. Just going to work out a few things 1 second. As Jamie Brazier joins us now, Jamie, mate. That's heartbreaking that you can't get it started, but Chris has just got disqualified.
It's horrible for me at the minute, but say there is a silver lining, not to be helpful to Chris.
What's going on for the internet tonight? Is it just PlayStation updates that's causing it to be a bit laggy?
Yeah, it's literally, say my disconnections before were due to the update.
Yeah.
That we had when it was Spa, and my PlayStation took weeks to sort itself out.
Oh, gutted for you, mate. Gutted for you. At least Welshie won't score any points. The one man you've got to watch out for now is Deeks. Deeks has pitted though. So has Rabbit Joe, and so did Holty, I noticed. Where's my notepad? I've got some paper. I won't be able to use my notepad today. I can't see where that is. I'll just use a sheet of paper. I'm just going to jot down who's in the pits. Would you think you'll be able to get back in for race 2 and run all right?
Well, I tested my internet and it says it's working fine, so I'll have a go for race 2. If
Good.
not, it's not going out the window.
Well, at least you can qualify. You've obviously not been to the church this week.
Yeah. No, I've been a bit busy. Haven't had time to go to the. Been a bit busy with work.
Unfortunate for you, mate. Keegs, your dad, just commented a few sad faces. What's worse, getting disqualified for speeding in the pits or dropping your pad? I don't know.
I think the drop in the pad's worse.
Trek Cave has just commented saying, Jamie, do I have to listen to you moan about this at work tomorrow? Don't you worry. I'm sure if he can get on for race 2, if he's able to qualify, Jamie's more than capable of getting pole position. You've got to get to lap 12 to be classified for a result for full race distance here. But what a shame, Keegs. Welsh had a chance to take the championship lead and has threw it away.
Yeah, I'm shocked, to be honest. I didn't think he would be... Well, do that. I thought he would have been taking it a bit easy because Brazier's left out.
Indeed. So Cam sitting P3, James. Your teammate's doing a good job and on the podium once again. He's getting better as the season goes on, and so's Liam. So he's got a good fight on track. Well, he will have a good fight on track if he can catch Liam at the minute. Currently 12, about 11 seconds separating Liam and Cam. Cam's getting a lot better, isn't he? And he's improving each week that goes by.
Yeah, he is. He's getting a lot better as each week goes by, and say hopefully he might be able next season to push to try and get in the pro for season after next.
Yeah, indeed. You're probably making the step up to the pros, and Cam will obviously have to find a new teammate. Could he be someone you could see teaming up with a quicker guy and possibly winning the constructors maybe next year?
Yeah.
Chris has just commented saying, I can't believe it braked and it just kept sliding into the pit and boom, disqualified. Oh dear, Chris. Alfie is now in the pit lane, so Alfie's making his pit stop. This has really gave DJ Phil, Stealth Sloth and Deeks the chance to gain on Welshie and Big Boy Brazier in this title, and more importantly as well, Liam Gamer could still be an outside shot at this title with 6 rounds remaining. 26 points up for grabs in each round. Obviously Welshie and Big Boy Brazier ain't going to get the fastest lap now, Keegs. Liam could be an outside shot at this one. Saying that though, as could Cam.
Yeah, true.
Alfie still in the pits. Rabbit Joe has just got past him, so Rabbit Joe's gained another place. Lewis is up into P4. Not really seeing much of Lewis in this race. Had a quiet one look, but that car looks in immaculate condition, and say he was 6 seconds off the pace in qualifying, he's really doing well to get to grips to the game, get to grips with the PS4 console itself, and be back on the money for this race. Oh, excuse me. DJ Phil though, gap hasn't really came down, although Liam was a second and a half quicker last time around. That gap though still 10 seconds, so has Liam had a bit of a poor lap this time around? When will DJ Phil or Liam think about pulling the trigger and pitting? We don't know. Still a few more lads to pit. We've only had 4, we've still got 6 left to pit, I do believe. In fact, has Aiden pitted? Not sure if Aiden's pitted. He's down in 9th.
I think he did.
I mean, mandatory pit stops on, so it will tell you to pit if you haven't pitted already, so...
I know Deeks is paid. Alfie obviously paid last lap, I think it was.
Yeah. Rabbit Joe pitted. I saw Holty pitted as well. Welsh is pitted, but he's permanently staying in there. He's not allowed back out. They've not just dropped the engine, they've dropped everything out the back of that car. They've dropped the engine, he dropped the pad. He probably threw the pad when he got disqualified, not dropped the pad this week, that's for sure. Lewis looks like he's coming into the pit now then. So Lewis pitting, very cautious Lewis. He's got nothing to play for, nothing to lose at the minute. Just getting to grips for next season. A few angry faces in the chat from Welshie. You know it's true. So the top 3 still to pit. Stealth Sloth I'm not sure about, and Aiden, sorry, I'm not sure about. But the top 3 definitely still to pit at the moment. Liam Gamer then has been caught a heck of a lot by Cam. Cam was 1.2 quicker last time around, and these boys well in front of third place Deke, so even if they have a long pit stop, you know, they could still come out on the podium. The rain looks like it's slowing a little bit, the fog looks like it's slightly lifting. Stealth Sloth's now in the pits.
Holty has also passed Aidan Bennett.
He has. I don't know if Aidan Bennett has pitted here, but if not, if he has, that's unfortunate. DJ Phil now has a 14-second gap, so he's really now getting the hammer down. Cam gaining on the back of Liam Gamer like mad. He'll start to get the he'll start to get the toe down the back straight towards the Parabolica, and then down the main straight on the exit of Parabolica then. And at the moment, Cam looking for his, I do believe his best result for Liam and Cam is just a 3rd place. I'm just going to look through back at their results, and I think their best finish is just, I know Liam's best finish is 2 P3s, but Cam's is the one I'm not sure about.
P3 as well.
Cam got a P3 at Spa, and
no, he's had a P2 at the Daytona Road Course. And a P3 as well, so he has had 2 podiums, a P3 and a P2. Liam just having 2 P3s, so Cam has actually been on the podium twice, 1 P2, 1 P3.
Onto the top step.
Can he do that today? That'll be the question. 18 seconds behind DJ Phil is Cam. Liam had a terrible lap last time around. Look, 7 seconds slower than DJ Phil and 8.5 seconds slower than Cam then. Cam even quicker than DJ Phil last time around. The sun looks like it's coming out. The fog's lifted. The rain has stopped. The sun, to me, guys, looks like it's coming out here. And could this play into DJ Phil's hand? Who's going to call an early pit stop maybe for slicks? Lap 10 is 16, so still plenty of time to go. There's still a bit of mist about, though. Will it dry for slicks? That's one question. And if so, who triggers early? Liam on the curb. Just losing the battery of that car. Aidan is in the pits now. So if he had already made his pit stop, he's doing another one. So that's that one sorted. Holty not having the best of debuts, but it's not like when we've seen him race at THR, you come to Simplay Motorsport and you're straight in at the deep end with wet races here. We don't like to do dry races, so straight in at the deep end for him. But he's doing alright. Quickest man out on track last time around. He looks like he's lapping quite quickly at the moment. We've got Stove Sloth gaining on the back of him, who made his pit stop last time around, and there's still a bit of mist about. Kieran Argent in the chat says, not just me with pit lane issues then. No, yours was Spanham disqualified for going backwards. Chris just drove in too fast. Aidan Bennett still in the pit, so a very long pit stop for him at the moment. Holty is on lap 9. DJ Phil's on lap 11. So he's coming around to start his 10th lap. Don't forget, you've got to get to lap 12 to be considered for points. Liam Gamer comes down the start straight and lost a bit of time we saw early on, but look at Cam in the slipstream here. 7/10 of a second behind Liam. And the mist seems like it's cleared, and we're starting to get dry conditions. So when do these guys pit for slicks? Did they pit for slicks indeed? I think Cam may have had a slight problem coming through chicane there, as he just looks like he's lost a couple of tenths to Liam on the exit. But either way, Aidan's still in the pit, so he must either have that bad damage, or he's out of the pits now, so he's lost a lot of time. What lap is it? Just go on board Aidan a second for me, Keegs. What lap is Aidan on? He's on lap 9, so yeah, he should still get round to lap 12. That's no problem for Aidan. Good start he had as well, but it's just not gone that way since. Cam lapping as the same as Deeks, one of the championship leaders. Rabbit Joe was only a tenth slower than Holty last time around, so Rabbit Joe was actually as quick as the quickest lap last time around. So good pace from Rabbit Joe. Sat P5. Can he gain the 10 seconds he needs to on Deeks? And if he can, that'll make that interesting, that's for sure. Deeks into the 159s now then. So clearly the track evolution is starting to come to the drivers, and the track is starting to maybe just dry up slightly. It doesn't look, I mean, there was no spray coming off the back of the cars until they come up to the braking zone there, so maybe the track in places, Keegs, is just starting to dry.
Yeah, it looks like it. There's only a slight bit, there's still a decent bit of spray, but some parts of the track there isn't.
Well, they look to be, I don't know about your screen, but my screen, there's no spray at the moment as they come down the back straight. There is now, though.
There it is now, yep.
But for most of that straight, the spray wasn't there. So is the track drying out nice and quickly? Cam has got a heck of a run through the Parabolica. Liam's kept it low compared to Cam keeping it high. I thought that was an indication that Liam was going to pit. He obviously isn't. Look at it. The spray stops again and comes back. We're getting patches of dry track here. So could we see the slicks by the end of this race? DJ Phil clearly going for the old DJ Phil tactic of pit at the very end. Liam and Cam matched on times there. 3 tenths between them, but there was a whole second than DJ Phil last time around. I tell you what, if you've not got that much damage on the car, or it's not affecting you that bad, I'd be turning to fit repair damage off, because you don't want a longer pit stop than what you need to. These two seem to be doing a good job at the minute, and if they repair damage, that could bugger them up in terms of Deeks catching them slightly.
Both of them a whole second ahead of DJ Phil last lap as well.
Liam just very cautious through the corners, in fact possibly too cautious there, as Cam gains on the back of him now as we head down towards Lesmo number 1. Tight to overtake on, and puddles on the inside of the corner means Cam may have to be patient here and may have to wait till the Ascari chicane. You can see him just tucked in behind. He's not lunging anywhere at the moment. He's not doing anything that he needs to. He's got a great run out the second Lesmo. There's a puddle on the inside, you see. You won't want to touch that. He pulls to the outside then as we go towards the bridge. Under the bridge we're about to go now. Liam decides to fend him off there, but will Cam have the inside. Liam, you can't move back. And Cam's kept it there. Is he going to send one? He does, and Liam turns in, but Cam's there, and Cam makes a great move up the inside for P2, and away it is released is the Lamborghini, the Team Gusset and Trusset car, and Cam will match his best result of the season. Rabbit Joe has passed Deeks. So what has happened to Deeks on the last lap? 2 minute 12 he's done. Rabbit Joe, I think, has got to give the place back there. That looked like Rabbit Joe had overtaken Deeks. Oh, and he's clipped the puddle. Oh, that's a shame. That could have been a good battle to watch. Well, he was 10 seconds behind Deeks at one stage. I'm sure these aren't intentional donuts from Rabbit Joe. He's just trying to get the car pointing forward. Liam, though, is back on the back of Cam. You can tell by the times. Liam's not tucking into the slipstream. He's going to look to the inside line already, and he's later on the brakes than Cam. No, Cam's got it turned in, but gives him the space, and Cam runs a little deep, and Liam can get the car stopped for the second part, and Liam's back into P2. It's a heck of a fight here for second place. They're tripping each other and allowing DJ Phil to go, but these two want the podiums. They're going to probably get it either way, but it's all about the more points the merrier, and Cam wants second. Liam wants his best result of the season. Good start to this at the moment. Where does Cam think of making the overtake? These two have to pit as well, don't forget.
Still slow on a 158.6 last time.
Oh, Liam's gone wide on the exit of the corner, and Cam passes with ease and has pulled a bit of a gap. Yep, you're right, Keegs. Slough in the 158s. The only man in the 58 so far. DJ Phil's also lapping in the 59s, as was Rabbit Joe. Oh, Cam's round! Nice. He's round at the second Lesmo, and Liam will take second place again here. And surely then wet tyres are going to start to get burned up. Cam, roll it out. Don't put your foot down like that. You're going to burn your tyres up on a dry track. And I thought Alfie had lost it on the curb there and nearly touched Cam. Cam has had to let Alfie go then, as Cam was recovering up to speed. There is Slough trying to catch on the back of Alfie. He'll need more points as well. I don't know who Timmy Blunder is, but he can't get in the session. The top three still to pit.
Oh, he's round again.
Oh no, he's kept it. He's held that well on the exit of Ascari. Surely Cam has got to pit. I wonder if his tyres are burnt up here. I wonder if he's burnt them up trying to recover at the exit of the second Lesmo, because he's just made a few mistakes that he wouldn't have.
As well.
No, that's Holty. Holty's behind Slough by 10 seconds. Yeah, that's Holty. Deeks 120. Deeks about 50 seconds behind Cam.
He's coming up to the first Lesmo.
So then, DJ Phil. Where's DJ Phil on track? He's had a quiet race. I don't think he's pitting. No, he hasn't. Liam, where's Liam?
Cam pitting.
No, Liam's not pitted. And Cam, I don't think, is coming to the pits neither. Well, they've got to pit either this lap or next lap. And I wonder where they're going to do it.
I know Cam does like to do a DJ Phil strategy after it worked so well from last week.
The thing is, Jamie, can it work in the wet? Can you keep them wet tyres going till the end of the race? We've had about 5-6 laps in drying conditions, and with that little spin, and he's lit up the rears to get back round. Has he got the grip to keep going to the end? Is that why he's maybe made a few mistakes?
I did do a practice race last night, and I managed to get to lap 15 on the wets before they went off. So he might be able, if he can nurse them, he might be able to make it to lap 15.
We've heard it here first. Can he get to lap 15? Liam has ran very wide. He's not lost the car, not like Cam did. Oh, I tell you what, he has a little bit. He's had a bit of a wiggle there. But I think Cam's had another moment, because he's dropped even further behind. He's 34 off the leader now. He's only 46 behind Deeks, so Deeks was reeled in 4 more seconds. I think Cam's had a bit of a moment somewhere. I think his tyres might have gone off with the spin he's had recovering the spin.
I think Liam's tyres have gone off as well because he's so cautious through Ascari. Yeah,
no, I completely agree with you. He really is sort of feathering the throttle around there. In fact, look at the confidence. Oh, Cam's off in the background. So Cam's off at Ascari chicane, I think, and that's going to be big damage on the rear. Yeah, that's going to be big damage on the rear. Deeks, Cam may have just lost his podium here. Deeks only 38 behind him now.
I just had someone spin at Parabolica.
Well, Liam's in the pit, so it's not Liam.
Might have been Alfie that's one.
Yeah, potentially Alfie down in P8. Stealth Sloth has got past Alfie and gone. Halty is going to try and come round.
Parabolica again.
No, he's still going.
In the pit, yeah, he's in the pit.
Yeah, so Cam comes in. So the only man to pit is DJ Phil. And here he is. He's got a heck of a lead. It'll obviously come down once he pits, but he's got to pit this lap. Otherwise, he will be disqualified from the session. Just double check Aidan Bennett for me, Keek, so that we know what lap he's on. He's on lap 12, so he will score points. Oh, struggling in that Lamborghini. Liam's in and out the pit, so a very quick pit stop for Liam there.
I don't think he fixed damage or that. He's just... I don't know if he switched tyres or not, but he might have just went in for a...
Very quick pit stop either way. Deeks is gaining on Cam. I think that's Deeks coming through the Parabolica. Is Cam out the pit lane yet? I think he's coming out now. Yeah, Cam's out and has stayed in front of Deeks. Has he repaired damage? Yeah, he has. Don't cross the white line, Cam. Good lad. Keep it in that white line. We saw Dean Musaki do that last week. Alfie's picked up the first time penalty of the race. So DJ Phil then, he's got to pit this lap. The red dot on the minimap. Is he going to come in? We're on board with him now, and he's coming in now. So he's got 52 seconds to Liam Gamer. He's got to have a heck of a bad pit stop for Liam to gain on him. There's Lewis coming down the start line, down in P6 at the minute, trying to gain in on Rabbit Joe. So Liam Gamer's only coming up to Ascari chicane then. And DJ Phil, keep an eye on that white dot. When's that white dot going to move?
I think he's going... No, he's
not. He's still in that pit lane. Liam then is coming on the exit of Ascari chicane. Can DJ Phil take his first win? Liam's gone round the Ascari chicane and DJ Phil's leaving the pits now, and Liam's nowhere near the Parabolica, so I think DJ Phil has taken his first win of the season here. And what a race it's been for him. He's kept out of trouble. He's done what he's needed to do. He's at the exit of the pit lane now, and all he's got to do is get around this lap. Did he put the dry tyre on? Let's wait and see. DJ Phil needs a clean lap. You see Liam in the background there, just at the entrance to the pit lane, coming down the start-finish straight. He'll be able to see DJ Phil. I think he's had another problem with Ascari, yeah, there's Deeks behind him. That is Deeks only 3 seconds behind him with 1 lap to go, so Deeks could still yet get a podium out of this. Liam's only 9 seconds behind DJ Phil. DJ Phil has got to keep it on the road, surely.
I don't know if he spun there, but he wasn't the quickest of the first chicane.
No, he didn't look very quick through there. He's lost 3 seconds going through the first chicane. If DJ Phil changed tyres, he's got to make sure he doesn't clip the puddles. One spin could really ruin his race. A few of the Motive lads in the chat, Motive Racing themselves and Fury, Andrew Clegg as well. Sorry I couldn't be on the mic with you tonight, Simply Motorsport. We'll be back tomorrow. No worries, Andy. Be good to have you tomorrow, but the Motive lads really cheering on their own DJ Phil. Want him to bring it home. He's 10.6 ahead of Liam Gamer. He's just got to get Ascari and Parabolica right. Probably Ascari, the worst part of the track now to get right. Probably the wettest under the bridge is quite wet as well. DJ Phil does that nice and easy there. But at the minute, it's going to be DJ Phil who's going to take his first win here at Simplate. And he's going to absolutely love that. He's got round Ascari. Alfie's off, but he's kept to one side. This man's done a heck of a job in this race. He's got 11.6 to Liam. He's still got a bit to do yet, though. Where is Liam? Can we see him in the background? No.
I think he's made a mistake. He's lost another 2
slow
seconds.
again at the Ascari chicane. I don't think he changed tyres, lads. I don't think he's changed his tyres. I think he's kept on the wets, and they've burnt up a bit too much. But this man's going to take his first win. Motive Race say, go on Brazier. Oh wait, it's not Brazier, it's not Welshie, it's DJ Phil for P1 on track. He's won his first race here at Simplay Motorsport. Liam Gamer's going to come home to take his best result of the season as well in second place. Now the battle heads to third. We'll see Liam cross the line and then change back to Cam. Liam crosses the line now. Where's Cam? Oh, he's well in front of DJ. He's well in front of Deeks. He's pulled a gap to Deeks. So Cam, yeah, I think is going to be in for a third podium of the season. Well done to Cam then. I'm sure you're in a party with Cam tonight. You'll be pleased with that one, Jamie, when you get back to him.
Yeah, he'll be pleased. That does us a lot of good in the constructors as well.
It really does, especially with Welshie not scoring. Cam will take a P3. I'm sure Deeks won't mind a fourth place there after that one has finished. So Deeks is going to cross the line now for P4. Cam third. Rabbit Joe's going to take a fifth, and that to me could be his best for his finish of the season. Got a sixth in race 1 at Fuji, but Rabbit Joe P5. Although he's racing Lewis to the line, so Lewis is going to take a sixth. Good job for Lewis. Heck of a job there. Stealth Sloth really has struggled so far this season, and in fact he's defending Holty into the Parabolica. Holty won again, some extra points on debut, just taps Stealth Sloth up the rear, and as Holty cut underneath, is Holty going to get the run down for P7? Is Stealth Sloth done enough? Holty's just still behind him. I don't think he's got enough in the tank in that Lamborghini to get him past it. He's pulling. He's not done it at the line. So close. Stealth Sloth takes P7. Holty's going to come across the line for 8th. Alfie will finish 9th, with Aidan Bennett getting into P10. Jamie, it was a pleasure having you in the party, mate. I'm sure we'll get to speak to you at some time in the future as well. I'll let you get back to Cam. Keegs, if you want to get DJ Phil, Liam, Cam, Deeks and Rabbit Joe in, we'll do a quick interview when we come back right after the break. Fastest lap of the race goes to Holty. So a stellar job for him. But yeah, Deeks, get the top 5 in. Keegs, get the top 5 in for an interview, and we'll be right back after a quick break. Oh, Mike's muted. Rabbit Joe, Deeks, Cam, Liam Gamer, DJ Phil. Yeah.
I've not got DJ Phil.
It was him watching that. It's his mic, he can't help it. Yeah, he's muted it. I didn't hear it, second on.
Leo,
he's one of our own. He's one of our own.
Rabbit Joe or DJ
Go
Phil,
into Players Met. They should be on there through Players Met. He's one of our own. He's one of our own. That boy DJ Phil, he's one of our own. DJ Phil, we love you, we do. That was seriously wet. Well done, Phil. So happy for
DJ
Phil.
Phil and
DJ Phil, yeah boys.
So I've got Deeks, Rabbit Joe, Liam, Cam and
DJ Phil.
Is that right, yeah?
Yeah, that's right, mate.
I just add them, yeah.
Just add them to the group, yeah.
Yeah, I had some players because I can't add players because of their settings.
Ah well, whoever can't be added, fuck him.
That might be Rabbit Joe.
Oh no, because Rabbit Joe comes in party normally, doesn't he?
No, it was Rabbit Joe. It might be because I've not got him as a friend.
Once thought so.
I think that might be it.
Alright, sweet.
I'm gonna go nip and get a drink, so I'll be back.
Yeah, just join the lobby a second, mate. Close it second invite. Who's in? Deeks, DJ Phil, what we're going to do is when it cuts back to the scene while you can't qualify, so we're going to do a quick interview. And then obviously when we're done the interview, you can then jump back in your party or whatever you're in. Now that I'm able to get this bit, yeah, no worries, mate. Now that I'm able to get this bit done, Deeks, it means that I can do the interviews like this, so no one could see what was mess around with screens. You know what I mean? Yeah, well done, mate. The Motive Labs was happy about that one in the chat. They've just commented, he's one of our own. He's one of our own. That boy DJ Phil is one of our own. Just the Motive Racing channel. Right, if you go to the party settings in the party screen, Deeks, I think you should be fine. DJ Phil, this might be for you. If you go to the party screen, if you hold the button down and go to party screen, and then go on to party settings. Yep. And then party settings on the side. And then where is it? Where it says, are you on the party settings bit? Have you got the list up so you can see us all in party, yeah? Yeah. And then on the side it should say party settings. Right. So you're in, it says on the right hand side party settings. Yeah. And then it says always allow, allow your voice to be shared. You want to change to allow always? Or always allow, should I say? And then that means that they'll be able to hear you. No, below that. Allow your voice to be shared, it should say. No, one below that. No, one below chat audio. Yep. Set that to always allow. Right, and then that way you can go back to the game now and get in the lobby and wait. That way we'll be able to hear you. Alright, Cam, when we go back going on the stream, mate, we're just going to do a little interview with you. With top 5.
He's accepted my friend request.
Yeah. Did you invite Liam as well?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, I did Liam. They might not join, so being a party with Mazda, but
yeah, I know they will. Yeah.
I wonder if Mazda's still playing goddamn Fishing Planet. Let's see.
So, oh, wait on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We've got 11. Who are we missing?
Andy's commented on it.
He's commented a few times.
Deeks, you in this session on Project Cars?
Yeah. Oh, I don't. Hang on. Yeah, should be.
Deeks is 1.
Is Jamie in? Yeah, he's
Jamie's in. Holty, DJ Phil, Lewis, Cam, Liam, Alfie, Aiden, Stowsloth, Rabbit, Joe, Welshie. Deeks coming in now.
Yeah, I think it's just Deeks.
Joe, we're going to do an interview in just a minute.
Okay.
Liam, we're going to do an interview in just a minute.
Hello.
Wait. I'm going to do an interview
With
in a minute
me?
when we go back. Well, with everybody. Right, so Deeks
Right.
is in. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Should be 12 drivers, yep. Right, so that's Cam's third podium.
Hello all.
That's DJ
Where's
Phil's
DJ
first
Phil
one.
at? Oh no, he's there. No man.
Shut up, Liam.
Okay.
Right, we're going to go back live in just a moment. And we're going to start, I'll start with like, Joe, I'll start with you first, and then we'll go from 5 to 1, so I'll do you DJ Phil last. And then when I finish with you guys, if you just go back into the party you was in, obviously because you 5 cannot qualify.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So I'm going to go live in a minute. Right. So get that cutscene back on. Oh, hang on, actually. Could do with starting session first, actually.
Right, I'm just coming back now.
Yeah, no worries, mate. I'm just about to go back live again.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. Joe and Liam did enough to keep in the constructors running. Deeks leads the title. Right, I'm about to go out live. From that to that. Get this media source on again. Hello and welcome back to Simplay Motorsport for part 2, the second race of the afternoon. The top 5 cannot qualify, and I've got them with me. If you want to know who won the race, it was DJ Phil from Liam Gamer second. Cam got third with Rabbit Joe P5 and Deeks in fourth. In that one, was that right, or did Deeks get P5? I can't remember already. It's been a long night.
I got fifth. Deeks got fourth.
Deeks got fourth. So Rabbit Joe, we're going to start with you, mate. You had a bit of an up and down race in that one, a few spins and that, but how did you find it?
Good. Surprised that I went from last to fifth, but I got where I wanted, even though I was aiming for higher.
You made some good progression through the field early on with a few people disconnecting and getting disqualified. You really showed that you had some pace in that Porsche.
Yeah.
Adam, I do believe Mazda's helping you out in the party with pitch strategies and things.
Yeah. He gave me and Liam some good advice.
What's your plans for race 2? Obviously you can't qualify, but are you hoping to get more out of race 2?
Yeah, hopefully I can jump up to P4. Fingers crossed for P3 if I can.
Well, best of luck, mate. We'll let you head off and get back into your party. Best luck for the rest of the night. Craig, what was such a good start to the race? Big lead just ended dismally for yourself.
I know, yeah, just caught one of the puddles and it just put me in the barrier. Once you've got damage, it's just so difficult on a wet track with a car that's pulling to the right.
Yeah, you've got a teammate tonight in Holty. Obviously, you've worked together before in a previous league. Is it nice to finally have a teammate and one you've worked with before as well?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, he's a really good bloke, and he's a quick driver as well.
What's your plans then? Obviously, you can't qualify for race 2, same as Joe. What's your plans for race 2 in the race? Any progression you want to make, or just score points?
Just need to just not get damaged. Damage just absolutely destroys your race. So damage on top of a wet, difficult track already is just makes it 10 times worse. So I just need to stay out of trouble, really.
Well, you've taken the championship lead after the drop scores by 6 points. So
wow,
it's swinging in your favour with Walsh and Big Boy Brazy getting disconnected. But we'll let you get back to Holty, and best luck for the rest of the night, mate.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Cam, what could have been second place, if not better, for yourself? You made a few mistakes at the end of the race when you was battling with Liam. In what was a good battle, it was nip and tuck to the end. You got past, he got back through, and really good stuff from the both of you. Third podium of the season. Your teammate obviously having internet problems and disconnected tonight has kept you in the running. You're now 75 points as a team behind MC Motorsport, and that for yourselves really sort of kept you in the hunt for the title. I know you're 94 points behind, but you're still sort of hanging on in there till each race that goes by. You're just doing everything you can at the minute, aren't you, for the team as well as yourself, to just keep plodding away in the championship? Well, what's your plans for race 2? Another podium, or? Well, best luck in that one, mate. We'll let you get back to Jamie Brazier, and good luck. Liam.
I just say Jamie is still lagging.
Yeah, we can see here Jamie is. He's flat out, but he's in the wall, and that's not Jamie in the wall. That's the lag that's putting him in the wall there. Yeah, if we jump off Jamie, Keeg, see if that makes his connection just a bit better. If we're not on him. Liam, best result of the season, a P2 for yourself. You've got stronger as the season's gone on, like Cam. We've lost Big Boy Brazier again. Yeah, you've got stronger like Cam all season. You've managed to take that P2 now. You really are starting to put a stamp on this league. You started at round 3, and you're really stamping your authority on this league.
Yep.
Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah.
You're only 78 points off the lead. You've managed to pull away from Cam. You wasn't able to reel in DJ Phil like I know you wanted to, but with him winning, he's pulled gap points ahead of you. But you've also gained on Stealth Sloth, Big Boy Brazier, Welsh and Deeks. And what you and Rabbit Joe have done in this one is managed to keep yourselves in the fight for the Constructors title. You've got to be happy with everything that you and Rabbit Joe are doing at the minute.
Yeah, definitely. Like, to say that we've only just started, I think it's brilliant where we are so far.
Indeed it is. What's your plans for Race 2? Obviously you can't qualify. What are you thinking for Race 2?
Hopefully a podium again.
Well, best luck, mate. We wish you all the best.
Thank you.
I'll let you get back into your party and to the race winner, first time winner here at Simplay Motorsport, and I will commentate at Motive on a lot of his races as well. Don't think I've seen him take a race win at Motive yet neither, but DJ Phil, what a drive, mate.
It was not a bad drive at all. I just kept it focused.
You was absolutely on it. You did exactly what you needed to do. The DJ Phil pit stop come out, as I like to call it nowadays, since the Red Bull Ring, the pit on the penultimate lap. You did it, nailed it, good pit stop, got back out in the lead and just drove the race to perfection, kept out of trouble.
Yeah, just kept out of trouble. On the first lap I just thought, keep out of trouble here.
Yeah.
Do not want to go into any walls, do not want to go spinning in the wet and end up at the back of the grid. But just kept my focus on it.
Yeah, no, you did absolutely brilliant, mate. What's your thoughts for race 1?
Go for another win.
Yeah, definitely. How pleased are you to now get your first win? Obviously, it's the streak's been broken. You've took 6 second and thirds here this season, and you've now got on the top step. You must be chuffed with it.
Over the moon.
Brilliant stuff, mate.
At the moment.
Well, I'll let you get back to what you're doing, mate. I'll let you get back into the party or the settings you're actually in. And me and Keegs can get back to commentary.
And I must say a big hello to everybody at Motive who's rooting for me at this present time.
Indeed. Oh, one thing while I've got you, what's the radio station you chat on?
It's Radio SEREN 7.
Radio Seren. There you go then. I said it earlier, I'd find out what the radio station was for you guys. Go to radioseren.net on the internet, check out DJ Phil on there and check out his stuff. Phil, pleasure to have you. We'll let you get back to your stuff you need to do ready ahead of the next race. Well done, mate.
Yep.
Apologies to the guys who couldn't actually hear Cam there. We will get him sorted his settings out next time. Keegs, all 5 drivers seem pretty chuffed with what they did. Deeks obviously knows he's got work to do. We're not seeing Lewis out for qualifying yet, which is a surprise. Lewis not qualifying here means he's going to allow Deeks and DJ Phil to start a little higher than what they should. Lewis has got time to still get out for a lap, of course, but Big Boy Brazier's internet problems aren't getting any better at the minute, mate.
Yeah, he seems to be just joining back and then disconnecting again. So I'm not sure if he's fixed it or not, but it doesn't seem to be.
No, it doesn't seem to be working. So after the drop score, Deeks leads the championships by 6 points. If we didn't do the drop score system, Welshie would still have it by 5 points. And I'm sure Welshie would want to argue the fact that, come on, let's do it off the normal points. We can't. We agreed on a drop point score, so we are not doing it off the drop score system. At the moment, though, he gets to qualify for this one, and he's currently only 4th. Alfie, first of all, Stealth Sloth, who's been struggling on the wheel, heck of a lap. Alfie's only a 10th off him. Holty's only a 10th off of Alfie, pretty much. And then Welshie half a second back. Aiden's currently 12 seconds off the pace. Big Boy Brazier is back in to do a lap, and let's see if he can get one done.
Still lagging.
But Keegs, this championship with Welshie and Big Boy Brazier not finishing is opened up now.
Oh, still.
Oh, and that's affected his teammate. What do you make to the championship then, Keegs, so far? The Pro-Ams are really sort of throwing up some curveballs.
Yeah, the championship seems to be really close coming near the end of the season, so it's going to be really tight, I'd say, for the last round.
Well, we've got Deeks now 6 points clear of Welsh and Big Boy Brazier. Stealth Sloth's only 19 points back. DJ Phil is now 24 points behind him. So it's all to play for still at the moment, and they're all finding points. Aidan Bennett, Rabbit Joe and Swimfins can now not win the title from here. They have not got enough points to win the title from this one. And in the Constructors title, TBT Motorsport doing just enough to stay in that one. But what it has done with MC Motorsport and DJ Motorsport and Bigussi and Trusty only having one car finishes, it's meant Team DPR with 2 cars have pulled some points back. Who do you fancy in this title race, Keeg? It's so tight.
So I'm not sure. I mean, everybody seems to be doing very close times. They're all really in the 151s, except for me. Dean seems to be struggling tonight.
Can I ask you a question? Was you giggling at the chats on the stream just then?
Yes, I might have been. Yeah.
Was that because Gary and Beth are flirting again?
Yes, that was because of that.
Aidan Bennett is struggling tonight for some reason. Gary says I'll be back on form for tomorrow night. We believe Gary was testing earlier on the pedals. That's progress after any operation, but at the minute qualifying has finished, so we don't get to talk you through much qualifying too with the interviews. But it's Stealth Sloth, the man who takes pole position for the second race tonight. Alfie will line up on the front row, so that's a good qualifying for Alfie. That is actually Stealth Sloth first pole position. Holty will start third, so he's been first and third tonight. Welshie on the second row in P4. Aidan Bennett will get fifth. Jamie Brazier will start in sixth. Deeks seventh. DJ Phil eighth. Lewis in 9th, Cam 10th, Liam Gamer 11th, Rabbit Joe P12. So the TBT Motorsport lads have a lot to do from the back of the grid. Who do you fancy for this race too, Keegs?
I'm not sure, you know, it could be anyone at this point. Everybody seems to be really close, and yeah.
How are you finding commentary, mate? Because you seem to be a bit more... I've commentated with you before and you seemed a bit rusty and a bit nervous. You seem to be a bit more relaxed tonight.
Yeah, I'm normally quite a shy person, but tonight I just feel really hyped up and ready to do this, you know. It was a really late choice. I mean, me and Maz just playing along on a fishing planet, and then all of a sudden you join the party and asking for someone to join you, so I thought...
Indeed we are. Oh, Jamie Brazier's joined the party back. Jamie's not on the grid.
It kicked me as soon as as soon as it went on, it kicked me.
Jamie's not on the grid, he's missed the race. It's lights out and away we go here for race 2, and Alfie has got a great start, so has Holty. Side by side with Stealth Sloth. Welch is also going to make it 3 wide into turn 1, and he taps the front of Alfie, and that's Lewis off, and I think Aidan off as well. But Holty leads, Alfie's ticking it around the outside of Stealth Sloth. Welshie's managed to get past Alfie as well, so Welshie doing what he needs to do. Big boy Brazier's disconnection problems continue tonight. He's had a horror night here. Needs to get the I think he needs to revisit the church for next week. But that is not doing his championship any good, and Welshie P2 will notice that there's no Jamie Brazier on the grid. Holty leads into turn 4 now at the second chicane from Stealth Sloth. Welshie third, Alfie fourth, Liam from the back row of the grid is up into 5th place, so a great start from Liam here on the back of Alfie already as well. Lewis is up to 6th, DJ Phil 7th, Welsh is wide enough and he spins! Lewis and Liam have to avoid him, and how has DJ Phil got through there? Oh, and Aidan! Oh, I thought he'd flipped him there. Cam's off in the background as well. I don't know about the Scottish shove. We've had the Scottish spinneroonie, and he's caught Aidan Bennett out a treat there. And this has allowed Holty to pull away 2 seconds up the road from Stealth Sloth. Alfie still third. Liam had to avoid Welshie and did well to do so. DJ Phil squeezed up the middle of Lewis and Welshie, and is up into P5. So DJ Phil and Lewis, P1 and 2 in the last race, currently P5 and 4 and 5 at the moment. And who's that wide in the background? That's Deeks, struggling again. Keegs, what a start.
That's really close start, you know, quite chaotic through the first Les move. Obviously Welshie spun, and then a few people having to dodge, and obviously
I can only say your daddy's going to be fuming tonight.
He's going to be angry.
Might have to get him in for a word at the end if he wants to speak to us. We'll have to wait and see. You could do it, Phil, says Dan Davis. Yes, Phil, you legend, says Dan Davis as well. So clearly the motive lads cheering on this boy, but he's coming under a bit of pressure from Rabbit Joe into turn 1. Stealth Sloth has been passed by Alfie somewhere. Alfie yet to get on the podium. He drove really well at Bruno earlier this season, but he's doing a top job so far here, and he's really pushing for certain points at the moment for his first podium and for big points as of yet. What can he do? Brazier, this not good. Sorry, I won't call you by your surname. Jamie, this not good news for yourself in the championship. Jamie currently not there with us at the moment, but he is only 6 points behind Deeks. He's left the party, so internet problems clearly affecting him still. Welsh only needs to finish this race, and surely now he's got to know he's ahead. In fact, no, he's not ahead, he's last. He'll gain points on Big Boy Brady, but he's going to lose even more points to Deeks in the title race. Liam has DJ Phil behind him. Aiden is in the pits. Now Aiden may have to pit again here because the rain is due, and Welsh is also in the pits.
Rabbit Joe seems to be a lot more confident on the brakes compared to DJ Phil.
Yeah, compared to Liam as well, because Liam just is not quick through a Ascari chicane at all. Rabbit Joe the car behind. And is the fog starting to fall there, Keegs?
Yeah, it looks like a slight bit.
That's early. That's earlier than what we've seen in testing. At the moment then, DJ Phil doing everything he needs to so far. He said he wants another win. Liam wants another podium. Well, they're not far away from it at the moment. They're a couple of seconds off for Stove Sloth, Alfie and the race leader. But so far so good. And that's Rabbit Joe having to defend heavy from Deeks here. Now Welshie is a lap down, as is Aidan Bennett. So Welshie, who's led the championship for so long, a lap down. And here goes Deeks. He's pulled out to have a look on Rabbit Joe, but cannot get that move done there. This is great racing so far, Keegs. It's really edgy your seat stuff. Holty could be in for his first race of the night, and it's nice to see Holty back. TBT Motorsport then are going to gain on Gusset and Trusset as a Team DPR and DJ Motorsport. Does this mean, though, on current basis, that MC could be crowned Constructors' Champions tonight? We'll have to find out. Stay tuned, we'll wait and see. AA3D Printing cannot win the Constructors anymore. Oh, and Rabbit Joe has punted DJ Phil in the rear at the braking zone and sent him round. I didn't quite catch that one. I don't know if that was DJ Phil recovering from a mistake, Keegs.
I think Rabbit Joe was a bit too confident on the brakes and just didn't stop in time.
So we've seen another Liam lunge on one of the DJ Motorsport boys there.
just didn't pull out. He forgot the pull out bit.
Deeks is all over the back of him. Welshie says, I give up tonight. I know how you feel, Chris, says Jamie Brazier. And a full lap in the pit, says Aidan Bennett. Outrageous, says Motive Racing, about Rabbit Joe's manoeuvre on DJ Phil. DJ Phil subsequently down into PA. They've retracted that statement. Outrageous, says Motive Racing, and then they pull out of saying it. Rabbit Joe, though, has been passed by Deeks, and Deeks is now sitting in P5. Liam Gamer sitting quite comfortably at the moment, matching Stealth Sloth in front of him, but he's losing out to Holty and Alfie so far. The rain, though, in a moment brings serious changes to what can happen. Jamie Brazier is back in the chat with us. Jamie, Welshie not having the best of nights, even though you've struggled as well.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's horrible for Welshie, but it's kind of the best of bad situation for me, because with Welshie not scoring, he's not getting further ahead in the championship.
One thing I've just noticed here, Keeg, the mist is coming down. Oh, we've lost someone. Who have we lost? Well, yeah. Aiden. We've lost Aiden.
Aiden Bennett, yes.
If you load the track map up, mate, I think it'll tell us. Yeah, Stealth Sloth Cam in the pits, as is DJ Phil. Yeah, we've lost Aidan Bennett from this race, so he will score nil points in this one as well.
Is it lap 4 this time then?
Lap 4 normally, the thing the mist comes and really makes you wet. One thing though.
Is that when you can pit though?
Well, no, you can pit any time when it's wet. It's only the dry races that there's a pit window. One thing that I think one team has made a mistake here. I think the TBT Motorsport lads and maybe Holty and Deeks have made a mistake here. One of them has not pitted. Rabbit Joe, who's that off? Oh, Alfie was running in P2 and he's lost it and has dropped the car.
Oh, was that Rabbit Joe around as well?
Rabbit Joe looked like he was losing the rear, but Alfie's lost the car there. Then that's not what he wants at all. Shocking start to this one. One thing I want to say though, or wanted to say was, Welshie's back in the pits again. This will be for the wet tyre. Horrible start to Welshie's race. TBT Motorsport and Team DPR here have got the 2 drives on the grid and both haven't pitted. There's not enough of a gap between Holty and Deeks and between Liam and Rabbit Joe to pit and create that gap. And we've seen Rabbit Joe round in the background there. He's not on the back of Deeks like normal. Alfie is now passing. Holty's dropped it at the Parabolica.
Thought I heard somebody round.
Yeah, this is going to be chaos though for one guy from TBT and Team DPR. Holty and Liam, you would think would have pit priority. Deeks has got to do another lap, and you'd imagine so has Rabbit Joe. Holty's in the pits though.
Deeks is off.
Deeks in the wall.
Deeks has spun.
Oh, and
Oh!
Alpha's collected him. Lewis up into P4.
Oh,
Yeah, Lewis, cracking drive from him up into P4. Oh, he's struggling, he's
on top of the rear.
struggling.
Oh,
The
oh.
greasy conditions catching people
Well
out
done.
here.
Well
they're
held there.
crawling around.
So Holty in the pits, Liam's in the pits. Rabbit Joe and Deeks have got to keep going. Lewis is also pitting now, yes. Alfie's also in the pits, yes. Rabbit Joe has got to keep going. Deeks has got to keep going. That one looks like he's got 100% rear damage, so he is going to really struggle here. Championship leader now, struggling in these conditions with the damage. Who is that? That's Stealth Sloth, who's already pitted and has jumped Holty. Can he take the lead of this race? You would think so with Deeks still having to pit. Keeg, scenes here. Deeks is struggling.
Yeah, he's struggling big time. I think with the damage in the slicks, I mean, you heard him talking about damage, or he didn't want damage in the interview, so he's not looking to be enjoying this.
And he's got a long, long way to go. So has Rabbit Joe on them wet tyres. Liam Lewis, Alfie still in the pits. Aidan Bennett has left the session. He retired early on. So that's a shame for Aidan Bennett. Deeks, Deeks, sorry, it was Deeks. Oh! He's hit his teammate!
Accident.
I don't think Deeks can do anything about this. I think he's helpless to it in the wet conditions with damage, but he's clipped his teammate here. Lewis running in 6th, but will get Joe and Deeks, you'd imagine. Holty may have bad damage. Rabbit Joe really struggling. Deeks is still struggling as well. This is bad for the championship for Deeks. Welsh is a lap down, but could unlap himself over Deeks. Cam's in the pits again, and Holty's gave himself even more damage. Team DPR imploding, should I say here. Not exploding, imploding. Rabbit Joe sits 2nd, but slats to pit. Liam is 5th and could get 2nd place. Oh no, he looks like he's got damage to the back of that car. There's Lewis coming past for P5. So if everybody in front has got to pit, Lewis could get his first podium of the night.
I was going to say, with all this damage, Welshie could make up quite a few places from this.
Yeah.
Gary's just said, did I see a wheel on the track? Has somebody lost a wheel? Oh dear.
Deeks is off again.
I wonder if that was that might have been Aidan Bennett. That's why he retired.
Deeks is struggling. He's got a fast Lewis who's just past Holty. Really sort of having to watch out. Liam's coming past Holty as well. Really struggling in these conditions. Holty's gone wide. Liam's got past. Holty's got problems. Now the problem for Holty is Deeks has now got to pit. And Holty's got damage and he can't do anything about. Cam has only just come out the pit lane and he's been lapped. Stealth Sloth is 24 seconds up the road, but Lewis could be on the podium in only his 4th race of the season. So I'm just going through the people who started races. Jamie Brazy will not make his 15th race of the year. Cam's made his 13th. This is DJ Phil's 16th. Aidan did start his 9th. Liam started his 12th race already. Rabbit Joe's on his 6th.
Rabbit Joe's round. Rabbit Joe's round.
Rabbit Joe still got to pit though, don't forget. So he needs to come in. So Lewis 2nd. DJ Phil is up to 3rd. Alfie's now 4th. Liam's down into 6th. Deeks is 7th. Holty's 8th. But Cam and Welshie could gain places. If Liam needs to pit, he can't. His teammates there. Holty's also got to do an extra lap.
Where is Holty? Oh, he's wide.
He's off.
He's waiting. He might be waiting.
He's got to wait. He can't do anything but wait. Welshie has unlapped himself from Holty. So then, Stealth Sloth leads by 24 seconds. Lewis up into P2 here tonight. Great start from him. Great stuff from him as well. This is his 3rd start of the season. We missed him in race 2 last week at Fuji. But he's on for an absolute cracking start at the minute. Fury's granddad, nice to see you here. Fury's granddad as well. Always on the Motive channel. We always see you here normally on a Thursday night. But you're here cheering on DJ Phil, so it's nice to see. Rabbit Joe's done in the pit, so didn't have bad damage, but has done in the pit lane. Holty, I think, has kept going, guys, because he's just past Rabbit Joe. So I think Holty has decided to keep going. Yeah, Holty's gone.
Yes, he has.
Deeks still in the pit lane then. Holty has kept going in this one. Stealth Sloth, it's gone horribly wrong for the Team DPR lads. Alfie though up into P3 is trying to hunt down DJ Phil. He's hunting down Lewis subsequently here. Oh guys, what do you make to the first 6 lap of Monza in this feature race?
It's crazy, really. There's people going off left, right, and centre, and then people just catching them. But the fog is quite hard to see.
It is quite hard to see indeed. Welshie, Deeks is still in the pits. Welshie would have unlapped himself from Deeks. Let's just jump on board Welshie a second, Keegs. He's got Deeks 40. Yeah, Welshie, you can see the only white dot on the map when we switch to Welshie there is Deeks still in the pit lane. And Deeks' car is going now. So Welshie may not have gained on Deeks as much as he'd have liked here. Deeks with a horrible pit stop is also a lap down on everybody, bar a few I suppose, bar Cam, Rabbit Joe and his teammate Holty, who is still struggling, but Rabbit Joe hasn't got past him yet either. Now,
I think Holty has suspension damage.
I think Liam's pitting here. Yeah, Liam's in the pits. So has Liam got enough to get out ahead of Holty, Rabbit Joe, Cam, Deeks, Welshie? We'll see.
DJ Phil catching Lewis.
Lewis doing a good job though at the minute. To say it's only his third start, he's doing what he needs to. He stayed out of trouble and he's keeping it going. DJ Phil could be on for a back-to-back podiums tonight. Can he get back-to-back wins? I don't know. 26 seconds behind Stelsoff is quite a gap, but he is 159 last lap, and Stelsoff only did a 2:03. Alfie in the 158s last time round. That's impressive for Alfie, who's gaining on the back of these two as well.
I was in about to mention that Alfie's slowly getting onto the back of Phil and gone over a second a lap quicker than him. Last lap, so the Porsche, so as we know, loves these conditions.
Oh, here goes DJ Phil into the beginning of Ascari, and I think Lewis got a bit of a twitch at the beginning because DJ Phil, he got a slowdown possibly. He did seem to slow down Mtcc, and Phil regains that place. Now these guys are coming around to lap Liam.
Made a mistake.
Oh, he has. He's dropped off the back. Yeah, he has. He's lost 10 seconds. That's a shame. Cam is all over the back of him. Holty has trickled round and he's now into the pits. Liam still in the pit lane and is a lap down here. I think we've only got 4 cars on the lead lap. I don't know about Cam. I think we may have 5 cars on the lead lap. I'm not sure. No, Cam's not on the lead lap. We've only got the top 4 on the lead lap and we're about halfway through this race. Liam is still in the pit lane then. When's Liam going to emerge? Because he's still sat there at the minute, Keegs. DJ Phil, though, looking up the inside and can't get that one done.
I didn't see Liam with much damage, so I don't know what's taking him so long in the pit lane.
Well, Deeks has got past Holty and Liam. He's been in the pits an eternity, it feels like here. Liam has dropped down to 9th, Holty down to 8th. Where is Welshie in relation to Liam?
I think he's now come down the pit straight.
Yeah, he's just passed him now.
So there we go. So he has unlapped himself from Holty and Liam. And to me,
Rabbit Joe?
Yeah, Rabbit Joe just being squeezed off a lap down. Liam and Holty are both leaving the pit lane now, boys. So Welshie, Welshie's passed him. Welshie's up to 8th.
Yeah, Welshie's passed him.
Yeah. Well, all right, chill out, Geeks. So Welshie up 2 places to 8th. He's still trying to gain on his championship rival then. Holty last, Liam 10th. Not the race debut weekend Holty would have wanted. Dan Davis says go on DJ Phil, and he's really putting the pressure on Lewis here. And Lewis avoids the puddle round this little left-hand bend under the tunnel, under the bridge we go, the tunnel I say. DJ Phil comes straight across the front to Lewis to defend his place. And moves back as he's already gapped Lewis a little bit there, and into the braking zone we go. And DJ Phil then back on the podium into P2. Now can he hunt down Stealth Sloth? Alfie has dropped well off the back of these two here, so Lewis now will want to try and keep on the podium. He's already done his pit stop and we're halfway through this race at the moment. These two on lap 8, Stealth Sloth on lap 9, so we've got under half race distance to go. Gary says come on 224, which is Lewis. Defo a podium here. We'll have to wait to see what happens. Keegs, Welshie up to 7th now as he's passed Rabbit Joe. Deeks up to 6th, so they seem to be picking drivers off one by one here at the moment.
Yeah, I think a few drivers near the back are making a few mistakes, so just flying past them really after they've made these mistakes. Welshie's
got 13 seconds or just under 13 seconds to Deeks up front. He's got Alfie in between him and Deeks, who's a lap down as well, and they've got to get to lap 12 to score points. These guys 2 laps down though at the minute, so he's got a lot of work to do if he wants to gain any more places. He needs to hope Deeks maybe makes 1 or 2 more mistakes.
Yeah, and also say DJ Phil is catching Stealth Sloth really quick.
Heck of a lap. 4 seconds in the last lap. 1:58.2 for DJ Phil since clearing Lewis. So that is a really good lap time for him. Excuse me, Lewis a bit quicker than Alfie. What lap's Cam on? Is Cam on the lead lap?
I think it's one lap behind. Oh,
yeah,
no.
he's 1 lap behind.
He's 1 lap behind.
Yeah, that's Stealth Sloth who's just lapped him. So he's not really making inroads on Alfie here. He's a minute behind him. Rabbit Joe is in the pit yet again. So Liam goes up to 8th. Holty will go up into 10th place, then you'd imagine. For Deek, so he's ahead of his main championship rival with Jamie Brazier not on circuit. And that's all he needs to do for the rest of the season at the moment, is just finish in front of those around him. Holty, struggling in these conditions, hasn't yet passed Rabbit Joe. I think Holty's off at the exit to Parabolica. He has been.
Yeah, he is.
He's pitching again. Yeah, I don't know if he was more off or struggling. Has he kept the dry tyre on, I wonder?
Yeah, he might have done.
Strange one. Holty then back in the pits. Not the debut race he'd have wanted here after a pole and a third. He's not going to get the podium he wanted. This boy, though, is reeling in Stealth Sloth at a rate or not. Stealth Sloth 209.2 last time around. What was it for DJ Phil? Oh, Rabbit Joe said he didn't swap tyres in the live stream. DJ Phil crosses the line now, and last time around a 1:58.2. So he's pulled 9 seconds back that lap there, lads. He is absolutely flying at the moment. Lewis as well, 9 seconds quicker, and Lewis 3 seconds quicker than Alfie is keeping him in front. Yeah, this is top stuff. At the moment then, Stealth Sloth 14.5 ahead of DJ Phil. Lewis a further 5 seconds behind DJ Phil. Alfie sits 4th. All them cars are on the lead lap. Cam is a lap down and sort of battling with Stealth Sloth to try and get back on the lead lap here in 5th place. He's got a good gap back to Deeks. It's currently, that gap is 29 seconds for 5th and 6th. Welshie then a further 13 seconds behind Deeks, with Liam about 30 seconds behind Welshie. Holty and Rabbit Joe further laps down as they've had to pit again. So not the race they would have wanted at all here. But Cam, he sees the 2 dots on the map that's on the same lap as him. That will be DJ Phil, Lewis and Alfie. They've technically not lapped him yet, so he is technically on the same lap as them. Although they're on their 10th, Cam will start his 10th before they finish it. So Cam doing a good job.
So 2 white dots, not Deeks and Welshie?
No, the 2 white dots are
Deeks and Welshie.
Yeah, it is Deeks and Welshie.
It is, it's Deeks and Welshie.
The other red dots will be the top 4.
I didn't think it would have been with him, not technically be. Oh no, it would have changed when he crosses the line, wouldn't it? So as Cam crosses the line, they'd have gone white for a time being, wouldn't they? Sorry, apologies.
I heard someone hit the wall.
Oh, Liam's in the pits again. It's gone horribly wrong for Liam in this race. Him and Rabbit Joe have had to pit more times than they've had hot dinners, and it's not going the way they'd have wanted so far. I hope you boys are taking note, Keeks, tomorrow for tomorrow's night race. I hope the pro lads are watching this. 21 guys in the chat, guys and girls in the chat. We've only got 10 likes on the stream, so guys, please leave a big thumbs up on the stream if you like what you see. Obviously, a bit of a new stream tonight, bit of some new features, and we hope you're enjoying what you're seeing here at the Simplay Motorsport channel. So please, everybody, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. Really helps us out as the channel grow a bit more. But so far, Welshie doing a heck of a job so far to try and reel in Deeks. That gap is 16 seconds. Deeks and him in the 59s, pretty much trading lap time so far. What is Welshie's lap time this time around? 2:01, so he's actually lost ground to Deeks that lap. Rabbit Joe's in the pits again. Oh dear, he's got to get to lap 12 here, Rabbit Joe has, otherwise he won't score points. DJ Phil Keeks has done a third 58 in a row.
Yeah, he's flying.
He is gaining on Stealth Sloth like mad here.
Gap's now 12 seconds.
Wow, DJ Phil is really putting the pressure. Stealth Sloth and DJ Phil fighting for the championship as well, by the way. They're 4th and 5th in the title, but at the moment 19 and 24 points off. With these two having such a good race, they could jump Jamie Brazier, and they'll reel in Chris and Welshie and Deeks like no man's land at the moment. Liam as well, he's not scoring great, so he will slowly be dropping out of this one. if it stays as it was before this race, then TBT would be out the constructors running, and Alfie would be out the drivers running. But as Cam would still be in the drivers running before the points were scored in this race. So I don't think that's any worry of Cam's at the moment, because I don't think he's going to be scoring big. Oh, he's not scoring too bad, I suppose, is he? P5, not bad points.
Yeah, he's quite consistent, Cam.
Joe, then back out the pits.
Well after first lap.
That's 4 laps in a row. DJ Phil's been in the 158s, and the gap is now under 9 seconds, lads. Just show me what lap from Rabbit Joe up is on, please.
Rabbit Joe up.
So we'll start from Rabbit Joe and work our way up slowly. So Rabbit Joe is 3 laps down, needs to get to lap 12. Holty is 3 laps down, but he's about to start his 10th lap. Liam is on his 10th lap. Welshie is on his 10th lap, about to start lap 11, which means Deeks has just started lap 11. Cam is then on lap 11, close to lap 12. He's unlapped himself, Sloth. Alfie is also on lap 11, close to lap 12. In fact, Cam is now only 30 seconds behind Alfie. I think Alfie's had another problem somewhere.
It looks like he's got a bit of damage on the front end.
Because Cam is a lot closer to Alfie this time around. So Alfie about to start his 12th lap.
Alfie did a 2:15 last lap, whereas Cam did a 2 minute.
Oh, Sloth's not had a problem. He's off. Second Lesmo. And there's DJ Phil. And this is for the lead of the race. Still, Sloth has binned into the second Lesmo. And DJ Phil cruises up the inside in the Vodafone Lamborghini. And he leads for the second time tonight at Monza. And what can Stealth Sloth do to answer him? DJ Phil has been in the 58s, consistent for 4 laps in a row. He was gaining on Michael, a.k.a. Stealth Sloth, like mad anyway. I don't think you can drop the wheel from the sim rig. Unless Liam's fitted it for him, then he's
clamped it down, yeah.
Unless Liam's fitted his wheel, he hasn't clamped it down. But I'm sure you can't drop your wheel like you can drop your pad. Oh no, Michael, Stealth Sloth, what's gone wrong there? One man again we've not seen a lot of in this race, Keegs, is Lewis. He's doing a great job, P3. He had a bit of a bad last lap, but that's Welshie off in the background. Liam's got damage. Has he got to pit? Lewis has got damage. Has Lewis got to pit? Deeks has unlapped himself then. Welshie was off in the background. The Motive boys in Keegan. Come on, DJ Phil. Yes, says Motive. And go, DJ Phil. Go, says Fury's granddad. He's already 2.5 up the road. And for 5 laps in a row, has done another 158. Oh, Lewis, we was just saying how good a race you've had. And you've ended up putting it in the wall at somewhere. Not sure where. Hopefully he doesn't have to pit. Hopefully he can keep going. Lap 12 of 16. Because otherwise, Alfie may catch him here. And Cam may catch him as well. Only 50 seconds behind, depending on how long the pit stop is, could catch him.
Yeah.
Let's see if Lewis dives into the pit lane here then. Welshie, 22 seconds now behind Deeks. DJ Phil, the leader of this race. Once again, Lewis staying out. I think that's wise this late stage of the race. The car may feel better with 100% on the rear. Hey, you laugh, but when I beat Master and Peaceful, and when I lapped Welshie and beat Kieran and Dean on the pad the other week, yes, I've got that in there, Welshie, by the way.
Stop flex.
I actually had 100% on the rear because Welshie decided to rear end me after I'd lapped him because he couldn't stand it, and the Porsche felt better. So Liam might feel that the Porsche feels better here. Lewis may feel that the Porsche feels better here. Cheers. Cheers, Keeks. Come on, Phil, says Aidan Bennett. Obviously teammates at DJ Motorsport. He's already got a 7-second gap to Stealth Sloth. He is gone, Keeks.
Yeah, he's flying this race. Really consistent in the 158s.
Radio Seren is his radio station, radioseren.net. So go and check him out there. But he's absolutely on it. Is this going to be a 6th 1:58 in a row? Absolutely flying in this Lamborghini. He's making Sooty look silly. Crosses the line. Oh no, in the 59. He has. The shopping's in the boot. His clothes are right. I'll be home in 10, he says.
Sloth's had another problem though. He's 17 seconds behind now.
He has. He's only got one headlight. The bonnet's lifted slightly and the bumper's got a bit of damage. I thought he was pitting then. I thought he was coming in the pit. Lewis is still going in P3. I've got his name right this time. He's got Welshie gaining on the back of him though, as Welshie is trying to catch Deeks. I don't think that one's going to happen. but we could be having in DJ Phil for another interview here. This could be absolutely fantastic. I'll have a quick break before we do. In fact, I don't think we're going to do end of race interviews. I think we'll just leave them for the mid-race interviews until we can get something sorted at the end. So I think we'll just leave it at the mid-race interviews for the time being. To be a shame as well, because Lewis could be having his first one. Look at Welshie. Back in the day, you'd have said that would have been Welshie putting a lap on Lewis. Not today.
He's unlapping himself.
He's unlapping. That's how bad it is. He's unlapped himself from Lewis. That is how bad it is. Just drop to Rabbit Joe again then, Keegs, for me, so we can see what Rabbit Joe in the 59's lapping. Oh, we've got a bit of lag on Rabbit Joe. Although he's kept going though here. He's gone to the Church of Jamie Brazier. He's only got a bit of lag.
It's on lap 12 now though.
By the way, Keegs, can you see Deeks' last lap for me? Whew.
Wow.
Oh, 150. Oh. We was just commenting on the last lap of a 156.2 and we go to him and he's round at the second Lesmo. Deeks, mate. And is that Welshie on the back of him or is that Stove Sloth?
Oh,
that's Stove Sloth. Yeah, that's Michael on the back of him. Now, what lap was Rabbit Joe on? I've missed that.
12 now.
Lap 12. So Rabbit Joe will score points even though he is 30 seconds behind Hulty. Not the race he'd have wanted. P5 earlier, P10 now. Liam was P2 earlier. He's now in P8. Cam, who got third, is now fifth. Deeks, who got fourth, is sixth. So not bad for Deeks in terms of losing positions. DJ Phil, though, has retained the place he wanted and is doing the job he needs to do. He's gone. I know his last lap was in the 2 minutes, but he's gone.
Cam's got Alfie.
Yeah,
He's got big damage.
He's got the same damage as Lewis here. Oh, and Cam and Alfie just touch each other, and that's Alfie in the wall. Not quite. He's bounced back on track. What is that? Made of rubber, that Armco?
That was... doesn't even look straight. He's front left wheel.
Maybe the bit of camber on the default setups on the Porsche, maybe?
Don't even know if that's drivable. Oh, no, doesn't look like it.
Alfie's off then. He can retire from here. He will score full points, but he'll only score 10th place. I'm sure he'll want to keep going till the end to get good points in that one, though. That might allow Deeks. Where's Deeks on track in relation to Alfie? Alfie is still off. He's just got going now, yeah. I don't think they're the wheels you're looking at, Keegs. I think it's a bit of a... I think it's the fender, the bit of the wheel trick, yeah. It's not the wheel itself. Alfie's going to have to pit. Oh, he's struggling in that Porsche. Deeks 15 seconds behind and catching him, so Deeks may get another place. That's a Porsche in the background, but the Porsches haven't had a great race apart from Lewis here. Lewis really a lot quicker than Stove Sloth on the last lap. Stove Sloth is making mistake after mistake here. Can Lewis maybe get a second place? Guys, 20 people watching, only 11 likes. Get them thumbs up here, please, guys. It really helps the channel out. Honestly, we do appreciate it. Join us tomorrow night for the Pro Group, where we hope Andy will be back in the commentary box as well. DJ Phil is on another level tonight. He is cruising out front. He's full on Andy Neat mode, Keegs.
Oh, he's cruising,
last lap
but he's banging in them laps.
Oh, he is. Did anybody see Andy Neat P3, by the way? Sunday, race 2.
That was brilliant.
What a legend. Get your votes in for driver of the day. I'll ask Keegs and Jamie at the end who they think driver of the day is, but I think it's hard to look past DJ Phil for driver of the day here. Keegs?
Yeah, it's got to be DJ Phil for me.
Jamie?
It's just got to be DJ Phil, no question about it.
So get your votes in for your driver of the day. If you don't feel like it is DJ Phil, get it in. Who have we lost there? We've lost Alfie, but also Alfie will score 10th points for 10th place. So Alfie will gain a handful of points in that one, and I'm sure it's not what he wanted, but at the end of the day he'll settle with it. Gary says DJ Phil, Fury's granddad says DJ Phil, Bethany and Duffin says DJ Phil. So I think it's safe to say DJ Phil's got driver of the day in this one, lads. He has been heads and shoulders above the better than the rest here.
Yeah, he won the first race and he's looking like to win this race as well.
Looking like he's 48 seconds up the road. It wouldn't surprise me if he could possibly lap Michael. Oh, no!
He's got though.
He's got time to do that. He's visiting his fans, sign a few autographs, Phil. Get them in while you're there. You've got 48 seconds on the last lap. Get them in while you're there, Phil. They're all wanting your autograph.
LMP2s in motive racing.
He did, yeah. We seen that one. Yeah, he did. We seen a few autographs signed there. When was that? The night Andy was doing his best Scottish impression. Oh
it
dear.
was indeed.
Oh dear. This man though, DJ Phil. Yeah. DJ Phil though, this man will take the race win. He's been heads and shoulders above the rest, and he's gonna claim it, not just his first win tonight, but his second win here at Simplay Motorsport. A flash of the lights, he'll absolutely love that one. And for DJ Phil, 2 wins on the bounce. He's putting himself back in contention for this title. Where is Stealth Sloth? He's lapped his teammate, and he's going to finish a lap ahead of his teammate. Chris, you need a wheel. Go and rub it off the young Keegs, because clearly the wheel is the pace, and Stealth Sloth's lost it. God. Coming into his Diascori chicane, he's managed to hang on, and Chris feels like he shouldn't unlap himself. He's going to just help his teammate out by pushing him along. They're doing this for a photo finish, aren't they? Chris just wants a photo finish. That's all Chris wants. He wants photo finish. Makes me happy I'm not the only one struggling in race 2 weather, says Kieran Argent. Now, a lot of people have struggled. Stealth Sloth, though, here. Tell you what, it's a good job this is the last lap, because Lewis is only 18 seconds behind Stealth Sloth.
Yeah.
So,
there's a minute. No, sorry. Thought you meant Liam.
No, not now.
We used to getting mixed up with them.
So Stealth Sloth will come home second. The Welshie then will finish the race in P6. So it's 10 points clear of Jamie Brazier, but it's not enough to gain on Deeks as Deeks beats him again. Lewis is going to cross the line for his first podium of the season and his best result. He's got 18 seconds back to Cam. I'm sure Cam would have loved another podium here, but he's just ran out of time. Cam's only coming through Ascari as Lewis then, I'm sure we'll get to see a flashlight. He's done well to keep it without bad damage on that car. And Lewis C224 in what is his 3rd start will claim his first podium and maybe a force to be reckoned with going into next season, excuse me. Cam then, he's going to claim 4th place, 51 seconds ahead of Deeks. He's really done a cracking job tonight, 3rd and a 4th. I think if DJ Phil hadn't took 2 race wins, he could have been one for driver of the day. I'm sure Cam will absolutely take that. Gary says roll on tomorrow. The big return is on. Let's hope so, though. So Cam takes P4. 5th place will go the way of Deeks. 6th for Welshit. Liam Gamer will come home in 7th place. Hultit will take 8th. And then Rabbit Joe will take P9 with Alfie retiring in P10. Guys, thanks for being fastest lap was Holty. Thank you for that one. So he takes back-to-back fastest laps and back-to-back P8s. Guys, it's been a pleasure to have you here. I'm just going to quickly check the final standings. So let's just delete the points. So TBT Motorsport can no longer win the constructors, and Alfie and Aidan Bennett can can no longer win the drivers' championship. But while I just quickly look at the drivers' standings, let me get it back into order. Yep, Welshie. So Stealth Sloth and Big Boy and DJ Phil Green have jumped Big Boy Brazier. The gap is down to 17 points between the top 5. Deeks leads it by 7. Welshie then 3 ahead of Stealth Sloth and DJ Green, who are 10 behind Deeks. Big Boy Brazier 17 behind. Liam 80 behind and Cam 92 behind are still in with a shout for the title here then. Lewis in the chat says good racing boys. Nice to see your first podium, Lewis. Well done. And in the Constructors' Championship, the gap is back up to 92 between MC Motorsport and Gusset and Trusset, 138 between MC and Team DPR, and 153 between DJ Motorsport and MC. Really tight championship with 4 rounds to go. Join us tomorrow night for the Pro category. 24 people in. Get them last likes in the chat. Get them on the video, sorry. Get them last likes in. Join us tomorrow night, Thursday, 8 PM for the Pro category. And join us back at Algarve next week for the Pro-Am. But from all of us here, Keegs, any final words? Jamie, any final words?
Just great racing from everyone, and yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah, great racing from everyone as well, and I need to get my internet sorted.
Well done to everybody who's taken part. We'll see you all next week, but from all of us here at Simplay Motorsport, take care and good night.
Night.
Right, they can't hear us. That was a stellar race.
That was chaotic, like.
So while I've got this up,
That was chaotic.
the stream worked. It didn't freeze on me.
Actually worked.
Yes.
Yeah,
1 second, Beth. Let me just get his podiums done. So Halty fastest lap. Stealth Sloth got on the podium, so that's his 5th podium. DJ Phil's now got 2 wins and 6 second and thirds. Who was on the podium as well? Lewis for his first one, wasn't it? And then Halty with 2 fastest laps already.
Oh, that was eventful. Are we joining Maz in that again?
Can do in a minute. Because I think me, Mazda and Kieran's got something to look at. Alfie's put something on already.
Already? So
Yeah.
we got the damage?
I reckon it's possibly when Cam and him touched.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
When do I stop the stream, or do I leave this tunage on for a little bit?
Just leave the tunage on.
In fact, now I'm going to just leave the stream in a minute.
I was gonna say, looking at it, he just
did kind of come across though, not gonna lie.
yeah, he comes across. He's got 100 damage on the rear.
It'd be great if he spelled stewards right as well.
It worked, Beth.
Stewards.
When you go from normal screen mode to just a picture.
Yeah, Alfie did kind of close the door a bit.
Oh, from the music.
From the music to that,
Yeah.
Music's still on.
it's
still got it going.
It's quite away.
That's as
From
well.
that to the stream, actual stream,
Yeah.
it's fine.
That's because when I press on the stream,
Yeah.
that's already loaded. So the minute I press this, look, it will then just go straight onto that.
Right.
No problem. But when I go to that, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's you're on about when I'm going from that
When you're going
to
from
that.
to that other one.
Now that's my problem. This black screen in the middle are turning these eye bits on, yeah?
Yeah.
So what I'm tempted to do is maybe...
On a second.
The problem I don't want is... I mean, what I could do is I could have them both... I could then sort of like say I've got that on, yeah? Say I've gone from that to that. I can then... When that's about to go away, look. Off on, like that, yeah? And then the minute I do that, back to that, and then turn that off quickly, so it may not do it. Do you know what I mean?
So apologies for that one.
But yeah,
We're all back
right.
here then.
Right, I'll just quickly jump with my step. Stop this broadcast on here.